What's up, people? What's up, people? What's up, people? I got a little bit to get off my chest, so I'm gonna just wait until you guys go ahead and come on in. The show with Hot Facts and Eli starts at 10 a.m. I'm gonna give you guys just a little bit. I started this now on StreamYard, so it will not end. I'm doing this now. I'm about to come up on the screen right now. Let me go ahead and let you guys know what's up. Hopefully the sound is all right and it's doing all right. Let me go ahead and get this. I want to talk about the gig world. I want to talk about the gig world for everybody else that don't know. This is going to be man, I'm doing a little bit of both worlds. I was supposed to go on live last night. I did not go live last night. And I was on I went on Real Talk with Roy. I went on Real Talk with Roy. I was on there and it was quite interesting. I was up there with Thunder. I was up there with Cherry Pick. I was up there with Real Talk with Roy. And what happened was we ended up letting Thunder know he just don't know much about what the hell he talking about. So that's what we did there. And it was crazy because the gig world united against someone that really doesn't know. And the gig world was letting this person know that they are obsessed with Coach Eli. When I mean obsessed, people, I'm doing two shows in one. So right now you're listening to me, and then me and Eli starts at 10. Same feed. You ain't got to switch. You ain't got to do none of that. The gig world, Cherry, Roy, and myself, we're just letting you guys know you guys are a little bit too obsessed with Eli. I let them know that the show that I have with Eli has nothing to do with anything else and leave it alone. Somehow you guys can't because you are obsessed with Eli. Okay, Coach J Rom, I got something for you. You went on there, you spoke on the Rev, you went on there and hopped on someone else and said, I don't know the guy. I don't know why he would want me up there. He brought me up there. I don't know. And you just went into your whole Coach J Ram thing, the terrible stuff. Coach J Ram did something so terrible that I'm going to bring it up. The Revolution said, I'm not talking about Eli. I don't know about him. Whatever he got with Reese, that's what he got. J Ram took that in his head and said, well, I don't think so. We all talk about Eli, so you have to also. The Rev is my ace, and I ain't never going to say he's not my ace. The Rev don't even like Eli or even want to know about him. So you brought up Eli 3 or 4 times during the interview he had with you. All that did to me was show you that you are obsessed also. You start talking about millennials and Generation X and Z the same way Eli does. So for floating on this guy for 7 years, you are doing what he does. He grew on you. That's what he did on you, J. Rom. Secondly, Coach J. Rom, you said, well, anyone that, reset that, and I'm going to say this here because the Rev is black and he served. He said that he wants to turn into a middle-aged white woman to do racial things to black men. That's not what I said. That's how you are prejudiced and a racist. I told you this. I myself would like to be a middle-aged white woman, 45 to 50 something. You can even be older than that, is what I said. And I want to go ahead and call the police and say I'm with the black man to see how fast the police come. I'm going to make up false accusations to see how the police come. I know that's what people who are not black do. I would like to be on the opposite side to see how it feels. To see how it feels, J. Rom. I said to see how it feels. Why do you leave that part out with your little racist ass? Then you said, well, you know what? Your chats are positive. The revolution said, well, you are a guest, read out the chats. You went over all the positive stuff. Then you went and said, well, your buddy is here. He says, I sound like Eli. That was you trying to make division and trying to make some whatever controversy happens, J. Rom. You also are a military guy. The Rev asked you that, which means you have alternative plans. You suck at carrying them out. I'll tell you how. You then went to Bobby's comment, Coach J. Rom. You went to Bobby's comment. I hope you are watching right now. You went to Bobby's comment and said, well, this comment is positive too. Reese says that he claims that Rev had a different number or a different phone. That was one of your positive outtakes. You were trying to get the Rev to tell you something to come back at me with you and Tammy. That's what you did it for. You're an idiot. Then, secondly, after you and Tammy took all your Eli videos down, because I said 95% of what you guys do is about Eli. That doesn't look good in the public eye with court. You had to take those down. You had to. You took those videos down, man. J. Rom, you are weird. You're a weirdo. I beat you down on a one-on-one debate. And Thunder, I hope you're listening to this. It's not because J. Rom agreed. He had to agree. Everything that I said was what he said that I did, but I said the truth and he said yes. So you have to take those in. He said yes to everything I told the truth about. He don't know nothing. Then he does the weirdest thing of all time. J. Rom does the weirdest thing of all time. First of all, J. Rom, I think you guys really figured out that HotFacts is a real content creator. When you guys go look at my videos, and I hope you did, and I know you did, you see that I'm a real content creator, right? You see he has videos and different shows and series. He'll make a video about us and make us look bad. That's what you got, right? That's what you got. Coming straight from California. That's what you got. You realize that. I would like to know why, if all you do, the algorithm knows nothing about you and it all it knows is about you and Eli. So why would you go start talking about the BMI and being overweight and physical stuff? I have a separate channel for that. And when people want to ask me, I answer. Everything you said about the BMI was correct, though. You know, the BMI is not right. You don't go by that. You go by body fat percentage and what your body types are. Endomorph, mesomorph, or ectomorph. You didn't go into all that. You are ISSA. I know what you are. I'm NASA. Go ahead and tell me what you want. I also used to have NCCPT, okay, and other ones. But I went to school to not take a 2-hour test when I can just buy all the books for one day, read everything, and take a test. I went to school. I took units. I learned. I did my internship. I worked with special populations. I did everything. I have a nutrition plan that's there for everyone. And if anyone wants me to go over it, I have a video that I will be putting in the description of this live now. So you can all the way go back and look at it and watch me go through. All I want for the people here to do is just don't look at the products when it says Spark and BioTune and things like that. I will tell you what to go ahead and get from GNC with your fish oil capsules and everything else like that. I will do that for you and let you know. All I want you to do is look at how you do the food. Focus on the food and you will start dropping. Then I'll incorporate. Well, you're gonna start moving more. Let's start doing this. You're gonna need this and this and that. Your body will tell you. You're gonna feel like I can't keep going. Well, you need your vitamins, and I'll tell you why those are up there. But you don't gotta get those from Advocare. I'm not on Advocare anymore, so I'm not gonna promote those products anymore. You can just go ahead to GNC and I'll tell you which ones to get, but follow all the food. J. Rom, I would like to know, why would the algorithm start showing you doing workouts? It's not even showing you doing a workout. You're showing a avatar of what you used to look like. And it was crazy because when you were going over your business practices, first of all, you said you own a gym and everything. I know about the prospecting. I know about getting in there. I taught class. Look, I taught Tabata. I taught HIIT. I taught Pilates, and I created my own total fitness program that was 3 days a week in the gym while being a trainer. I was the only trainer that had paid classes. You had to pay to come to my course. People did not go to the other trainers because they were using my program and doing my classes. So they were there with me almost every day of the week. I took every gym I went into, I took over. I took over. And guess what? My assistant, who's always right here, my assistant is first row in my training classes also. My wife. I don't know why the algorithm was switched from Eli to training when, first of all, and I was going to do a boardroom on you. And I said, no, it's not even worth my time. I went on your social blade. Okay. Your social blade showed that you received 146,000 views on a day where you had no video up. You talk about Eli. We all know that ain't 146,000 people watching Eli in one day. You said that you know someone that pays for views when someone goes live. You said he does it every time Eli goes live. $1 will get you 400 views. Well, I've been watching Eli, and Eli ain't been having 400, 500, 700 views. So you lied about that, J-Rom. Keep the lies coming out your mouth. Eli's been bodied maybe like 7 times in the past, like whatever days. And it's only been only 3 times did the numbers jump like that. So your guy did not pay $1 every time he goes live. And that's not what it costs. You know what it costs because you come in as Hot Slobber with Robert Reese, Bodacious, whatever it is. That's you also. You come in. You also said that you pay for 7, you have 7 different accounts that subscribe to Eli. I have you on video saying it. You have the video up there. You were going over Social Blade and skipped over your D minus ass channel. You are not legit. You don't know. Your customer service sucks by on how you said you treat the people. Well, I don't get repeat customers. Most of the people who I train are men trying to do this and that. That's a trainer that says, well, I'm trying to be big and all this other stuff. Let me tell you the real statistics when you come to the gym, J-Rom. 80% of the people who are going to train are women. Most of them are overweight. Most women will train and pay for it. The men don't want to train with a guy because they think they know it all. The guys normally are playing sports and they have a sports trainer and a coach, athletic trainer, and someone that works on their injuries. The only men you will be working with, unless you are specifically how I work with Michael Christian Martinez, the only Filipino male figure skater, unless they are working with something specific, that's when they will go with you when you got your resume and they see it. I've been on different people's Wikipedias throughout the whole time. Professional athletes. Rampage Jackson ain't never took you to the back room in No Limits in 2009. He ain't never did that to you. What you talked about was completely opposite and false. If anyone goes into a gym and you look at the classes that go on in the big glass rooms, it's mostly with women and maybe like 3 or 4 men. The men in there are adding it in because they are not some dumbass men. They know what the work they need for themselves. Jay Ram went up there and talked a bunch of bullshit. A bunch of bullshit. If you ever, and I'm talking to you because you said, well, his lift sucks. He looks like this and this and that. I think he might need, you said all that. But I guarantee you start stealing my exercises because I create and make up my own. Don't you ever get up here and disrespect the people out there who want to get in shape by saying that this guy, here's where me and you got a whole lot of like, J-Rom. We have to go and learn about the human body inside and out. I can break the whole human body down, and you should know. You own a gym, but how much continuing education units do you do to make sure you know about what the fuck you're talking about? Let's go ahead and keep that real. I'm going to talk to you on the intellectual level, Coach J Ram. And you can click this link if you want the smoke. You're weird. You went on the Rev and said, Reese told me I can come catch them hands. I have a full. I went on when I called you out until you left my show. And I recorded all of that for you to show that I whooped your ass. Nothing you can say can erase what your whole thing was. You came on and got your ass whooped, and you're going over on the circuit to talk to different people to throw in what you want, but you suck. You're not a better trainer than I. You ain't worked with no more pros than me. I rehabbed Jackie Slater's knee. I've done a whole lot. I've worked with the Biggest Loser. I've done a whole lot. Your training, I don't know what it is, but I'm not going to say it sucks because I don't know what it is. I don't know what you specialize in. Just like here, I'm a news channel. I specialized in showing people that you don't need all the big weights to go ahead and get in shape. And when we do use the weight, I'm going to show you how we maximize on how you can go ahead and get it done. That's what I did. I ain't seen not one video about you doing anything like that. I ain't seen no videos, no pages about no gyms. All I see you doing is talking about Eli. That's all I see you doing. You suck. And whenever you want to click these links and bite these nuts, the link is there for you to go ahead and get beat again. I'll beat you again like I did the first time. Don't you ever get up on someone's channel and try to get him to say things about something you want to know. You are a suck ass. So keep sucking all that ass. Thank you. Now, let's get on over to Mr. Flex. I told you guys, he likes my wife. Damian Blaze said Flex no. He showed another incident on when Flex referred to my wife as a bitch. I was talking about what Flex did when he was sitting in his car and he was going off on TFT. And at the end of that, he said TFT, Robert Reese, and his wife are bitches. You've done that. I have asked you why you keep bringing my wife up. You did it again yesterday, Flex. Didn't no one bring my wife up? Roy did once. He said Reese's wife is in the chat. Hello, Mrs. Reese. That's what Roy did. Roy showed his respect. You brought her up to try to talk shit. You like my wife. Nobody brings her up. You don't like the fact that she runs my chat. You don't like the fact that I can say, hey, my wife is my assistant who I have sex with. You have sex with your dashboard. You are so jealous and mad of hot facts, Mr. Flex, that you'll bring her up. There were people in the chat going after you, Mr. Flex, because of what you did. You cannot take that away. In the gig world, people, I had Bobby on. I asked Bobby some really, really great questions. Had him laugh and everything. Cruising Dasher was on there. He said, well, Reese is asking Bobby some really great questions here now. Bobby did answer him. I want you guys to know this about Bobby. And all this is going down before my show with Eli starts. We got a complete show. I have a respect level for Bobby for this reason here. I can actually ask Bobby anything and he will answer. Bobby, that's one thing. Bobby has a wife. Bobby came to the defense and said, well, no, Flex, because Bobby loves Jessica. That's number 3. Bobby loves Jessica. Bobby will stand up for Jessica in Bobby's way. That's number 4. How I stand up for my wife is how the fuck I do it. If you don't like how the fuck I do it, then oh well, quit bringing her up unless you want to get some extra smoke. Flex, this can go very, very, very easy for you. Click the link and talk it out, or continue to talk shit and have everybody else leave your ass because they know you're crazy. Yesterday was a cordial day for Hot Facts with Robert Reese. It was a cordial day. I was on Roy's. Did I go on Torps? Was Torp on email here? Huh? Did I go on Torp? She don't want to tell me if I went on Torp because she's still mad at Flex. I went on several lives yesterday. I went on Necro. I went on Roy's. I may have. You know what? I did click on Torps. I did click on Torps. They were all on the bottom screen, and I may have clicked on Torps. Um, Yesterday was a cordial day. Okay, and I went on everything. I even gave Cherry Pick a virtual hug yesterday. That never happens. You ain't never seen Reese and Cherry Pick. And guess what else I did? I went ahead and I removed a bunch of people who I have as hidden users. Um, I went and did that, and I did it because of yesterday. I did all of that. Someone's asking me, am I still part of the gig community? Well, here's what you got to understand. I have series, and I'm talking about Mr. Flex and Roy. This is gig work. Um, I spoke about how Twiggy, he's a gig worker. He said he knows about me because of gig work. Twiggy took a gig to go out there and serve someone. I've been talking about gig work. This is not a gig work show. This is the Hot Facts and Eli. I'm giving you guys a little bit before it starts. I don't understand. Are you still doing gig work or not doing gig work? Are you in the gig world? That's the dumbest question. I don't mean to be mean, but that is the dumbest question I have ever heard. I'm Hot Facts with Robert Reese, the official news channel of the gig world. The people that I'm speaking about are in the gig world. The things that I'm speaking about are about the gig world right now, but Jay Ram entered himself into the gig world to have a interview with the Rev, who is my ace, who is in the gig world. So I don't understand what the hell that question means. I have noticed that the gig community men have mostly all deduced themselves to online women's drama. Um, well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and speak on that. They did not deduce themselves to women drama. We make money doing gigs. There's things that happen on certain apps that happen to where you can make more money, and some people go ahead and talk about that. Some don't. uh some people are in the same area and they block you out from making money, and they talk about that. It's not women's drama. The only thing that has to do with women is the money aspect, and that's what you're talking about. But at the same time, when you go into Hollywood, when you go into the movies, when you go into everything else like there's drama that goes back and forth, and that's drama that goes back and forth. It's not women's drama. These are things that happen that you never knew about. But like I do, if there's one, there's 10. If there's 10, there's 100. If there's 100, there's 1,000. And it goes so on and so on and so on. Because you don't know about what really goes on in the gig world, please do exactly what the next clip says. That's what I say when I do my thing. That's part of one of my logos. That's part of one of my slogans. That's what I do. If you would like to know more about what really happens in the gig economy, please do exactly what the next clip says. I'm telling you to go click and watch. Thunder said that's the way you talk to a paying member. See, here's the whole thing. Here's the whole thing. I don't care if someone is a paying member or not. That's not what it is. When you are a boss or a manager at your job, how do you talk to your employees when you're upset? Do you talk to them nice, or do you raise your voice and say, hey, it's not all right? So Thunder, if that is disrespectful, every manager at a W-2 who raises their voice at their employee is disrespectful, correct? If I'm an employee and I go to my manager, right, and I say, hey, even though I've been doing the job for 5 years, and I say, hey, how do you change this? You don't know how to change this? You've been here for 5 years. What the hell's wrong with you? Is that disrespectful? If someone talks about the gig world and I talk about the gig world every day, why would you ask if I'm still part of the gig community? Are you asking that now, Thunder? Keep your questions before it all gets through. If you are asking that because of you guys see Flex in the gig world and all these other people talking and trying to join up, are you part of the gig world because there's like 15 people that don't like you? Do you know how many thousands of drivers there are out there? How am I not part of the gig world when I do videos to bring all the gig world in? Brandon Diaz, I see you there. How am I not part of the gig world if that's what I do? That's a stupid question, Thunder. Thunder said, I've said all I have to on this. Thank you for replying and digging in. I'm going to dig in on that. There should be not one person asking me about the gig world when literally, when I'm talking about your favorite fan, Eli, what's up, AZ Prod? When I'm talking about your favorite fan, Eli, your favorite person, and I ask Eli a gig question, how come you guys aren't asking me if I'm part of the gig world then? I just got to say some stuff. I have people that drop their memberships. I don't care. I never liked you anyway. Rolling with Red. I have never liked you from the jump. Never. And everyone knows that. Whoever else thought that. That's why it was so weird when like you start paying for a membership, but everybody else saw what it was. Well, I'm just doing it. So you even said this. He's giving me ideas and he's doing the blueprint for my show. Your show sucks. And my blueprint is not working because I'm successful and you're not. I got you. I don't watch Eli. That's why I don't ask him. Yeah. Look, for everybody else out there in the gig world and stuff like this, if you don't watch Eli, don't comment about my show with Eli. Comment about the questions that we go over. How about that? That would make it so much easier. Mr. Flex thinks that the Eli show is all about him. Everybody else thinks the show is all about them when it has nothing to do. Even Cherry Pick said, I agree with Robert Reese. The show is not about gig and it ain't got nothing to do about you guys. So why don't we just not watch it? That's what Cherry Pick said. That will never happen, Cherry Pick, because of the hatred for me and Eli himself. Coach Eli Mellis. You guys say, well, how was he a life coach? Well, obviously, he was able to play his flute and get you guys to walk behind him. So he's coaching you guys to walk behind him. He coached you guys to watch all of his content. He is a coach. He didn't go out there and whip you with a chain and put you in a slavery. He went out there and said, walk with me. And he brought you in with a fiddle or a flute. That's what Eli did. Now, when Eli does that and you watch what he does, how is it that Eli is the bad guy? Thunder says, well, no, I don't watch his live streams. I watch them after. What the fuck difference does it make? I took a page out of Torp right there. What the fuck difference does it make if you watch it after? The view still goes in. Thunder also said, well, Reese said something about 600 views. Yeah, we're averaging about 600 views per episode, and we're trying to shoot for 1,000. I said that. I would like to know what's wrong with that if I'm doing a show. My show, you simulcast after and you do a reaction. All I do is reaction videos. I have a playlist of nothing but interviews. Thunder. Real interviews. FAA pilots, NAACP members, world famous DJs, the who's who of the gig world, everyone that you think don't like Reese, they all sat down to do an interview. Thunder, you don't know about that. You don't know shit about the gig world. So I'm telling you, just go look at my interviews. Just go look at the interviews. You will see. You don't know nothing. All you guys are obsessed with Eli. And because I had an issue with them at first, we walked over the bridge and we now created a show after doing like 7 interviews. I did like 7 interviews and then created a show. Eventually, you will upset Eli and he will dox and threaten your family and call CPS on your children if you have them. It's the same thing. Well, has he called CPS on your children? I would like to ask a quick question. How many people has Eli called CPS on? From everyone that watches him. I asked if he was in the gig community and he goes on an Eli rant. No, that's one of the dumbest questions. I'm sorry. No, Thunder did an interview with me, and I thought the interview was good. No, 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 no. Look. I'm not gonna hate. I'm not gonna hate on that. Thunder did an interview with me, and I really thought the interview was good. Thunder asked me things that nobody else has ever asked me, and I thought that was good. I'm never gonna take that away from him. I had a really great time doing that interview. I had a really great time doing that interview with Thunder. I will never take that away. I even told him I want to be a Raven, and I broke down some other things, and he thought that was interesting because I even told him that the people in the gig world did not even think about even asking me these things, and Thunder did that. I will never take that away from Thunder. My only issue with Thunder, and what I will not apologize for, I will not do it. He don't know about the gig world, and I'm not apologizing about him not knowing nothing about the gig world and all the inner tweens that goes in about what you don't know. I cannot apologize for it because you don't know. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it at all. Okay, I'm not gonna do it at all. Um, so outside of that, I think Thunder's an okay guy. I don't have no problem with Thunder outside of that. I will never bring everything else that he does into because the conflict, and Eli's a big part of it because Eli came in as a part of the gig world because of Pedro DoorDash Santiago. And so therefore, with the gig world, you get Eli. With Eli, you get everybody else that don't like him. You get that. So when it comes to the gig world, I'm not apologizing for shit. Y'all just got to get over that. I'm not doing it. Look, I rep the gig world more than I rep anything else when it comes to the YouTube community because of what it is that we do. I don't care about nothing else. Owning your own business, customer service, doing what you do, being a personal trainer, doing all that stuff. I got to go create my own business, prospect, get people to say yes, and do all that stuff. The gig world is what we do. It is what it is. You come in here with some you don't know about the gig world, then you go get a piece of hot facts. The gig world people already know what you go get, and they go say, Reese, go get them. It is what it is. GLM is cool and has always been respectful. Yes, I'm not saying GLM is not cool. I'm just saying all right, put it like this. Here is why I'm upset. If somebody asks me, are you a black guy? Who the fuck else are you talking to? That's stupid. If you ask me, am I part of the gig community? That's fucking stupid. I'm the official news channel. That's all I'm saying. And there you go. There's other questions that you can ask. And Eli is part of the gig community and always will be. He has his own business. YouTube is another gig that you make money on the side. That's YouTube. Everyone wants to make more than what they're making, and they go ahead and get separate side jobs, and they call them gigs. Eli is part of the gig world because he can easily go back and sign on up with DoorDash again and start doing rides again. Then he'll add in to what he's already done. And from the last time I checked, you cannot minus what you've already done. You can just add in. So I don't understand these questions that come out because people don't like the guy. I'm a person that asks the questions that you guys cannot get. I'm learning from, I'm not, what am I learning from Coach Eli? Thunder, I've been me the whole time. Like Roy said, if you got friends, you argue with your friends. You don't think I ain't never gonna have a disagreement with the member because they're a member? I ain't never gonna have a disagreement with them. What type of channel is that? Everybody want to know the real of the real and how it works out. If I'm not giving that, I'm not giving you myself. It is what it is. There's no disrespect here. This is talking and conversing, answering questions, and doing all that great stuff. That's what it's about. I respect every single member that is a member of the HotFacts crew and that is a member of the support team. I respect all of that. But let me tell you, because you do support, you are going to bring on the fact that if we have a disagreement, it's probably going to be here on HotFacts because you're going to disagree with me in my chats. That's what it is. I'm like that. I'm not someone that just gives wrenches to everyone who I don't know. I don't do all that. I actually have a real show. And the realness of my show will show because of what it is. Whoever else don't like that, oh well, the ones that do will go ahead and continue to watch. And it is what it is. Mr. Flex, Thunder, you are fair. You are fair, Thunder. The only thing, Thunder, just like I said, I'm going to say it again. My only issue with you is to quit speaking about. Yeah, Eli will be here in 10 minutes, folks. That's what he said. Thunder, my only issue is that you don't know about what you're talking about the gig world and the relationships and who does this and who does that. If you did not do any of that, you would be A-okay. You're okay. I know you like the people in the gig world now because Cherry Pick myself and Roy gave it to you real nice. You have no choice but to respect and like what we do. You are actually a part of the gig world, Thunder. Um, you go and put permits out and you build and design. You do that for clientele. You are actually a part of the gig world. Um, and I think I know that's why you like the gig world. The things that you do with your profession, that's you do gigs. But because you do gigs, that don't mean that you know about what the fuck we talking about. Oh, you'll give $300 if Eli dresses like a Christmas elf. Let me write that down. Eli, you said 10 minutes. I think that if you wear a Christmas elf suit, Eli, if and I'm gonna add it, I'm gonna add something on to it. Eli, ELF, and I'm gonna put what I want after that. I'll ask Eli that. Anybody else wants to donate $300, go ahead and write it down. That is a very great one because I think Eli has the humor, and I really think that he doesn't care about what you guys think. He don't care about what you guys think. I think that Eli will do that for $300. I'll give him 150, and it says in a full costume. All right. Eli dresses like an elf in a full costume. I'll give Eli 150. I get 150. Um, I'll go ahead and do that, and I'm going to ask him. And I have a stipulation that I'm going to ask Eli about. Eli has the personality and the sense of humor that you know he is. How can I say? Eli has not been banning people and throwing people out. He's been doing his thing. And because of that, you guys are watching more. So I will all the way ask him this during our show that's going to start. He said he'll be here in 10 minutes. He should be up in just a little bit. Eli should be up. Now, now with this, that's something that Eli will have to answer. And we'll go ahead and do like that. Damian Blaze says what? Just like he did Roy and Rev last night in a good interview. What are you talking about? Let me go back up to see what Damian Blaze. Manny Festo laughed. Let me see what Damian Blaze said. Well, here's the thing. The more interviews he has with many people in the gig economy, the more of a better understanding he'll know people and all of his own. He also says just like he did Roy and Rev last night in a good interview. Now, what did Damian Blaze say before that? So I can see what he said before for that. You did come at Thunder disrespectful. You had no right calling someone a name when they stuck by your side and was it fair? Damian Blaze, get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, sorry. Let me go ahead and fix this. Let me get it back right. No, that's not what I'm doing. Oh, this. Let me get this back right. All right, let me go ahead and get this right. I knew Damian Blaze was going to do that. Damian Blaze is the one to make Hot Facts have a blooper. I really want people that are on what they say news channels and stuff. Um, go ahead and do that as a blooper. Damian Blaze, you got me right there. You got me right there, Damian Blaze. So keep that for your records right there. You got me right there. But Damian Blaze, I see what you're doing. You're riding the fence. I asked Bobby these questions. I would like for you to click a link and go about that stuff too. Because Damian Blaze, let me tell you this. I did find your Instagram page. I found it, and it's the same exact picture that you have up there here on YouTube. So I know it's you. You have an account, and then it said suggestions. It brought up people in the gig world who have other channels on Instagram. So I know it's you. So I followed you. So you might want to think about changing your picture on everything that you do. That's how we know it's you. It's that easy. Damian Blaze. I was not, and Thunder has been fair. Thunder has been fair. Yes. He's been fair about things he don't know. Is this Jack's Hot Facts with Robert Reese? Eli reached 8K subs today. Can you ask him what his secret is? Well, Coach J Ram said that he has someone that buys subs and buys views. So J Ram already admitted that on camera. So why would I ask someone that if J Ram already said what him and his best friend does? Can you ask J Ram why he opened that up to kill your own question? I'll be waiting on your answer. You got to talk to him first. Fair enough. Remember when J Ram got up here? I said fair enough. He said fair enough, and I took him to school. The liar, the cheat. He even tried to go on the rib to get information out about the phone with me and him and all this other stuff. And then he said, well, with my friends I'll call my wife a bitch because we can just say that and she's okay with all that stuff. He said all that. He and J Ram also said this: if I'm around a bunch of black people and they saying the n-word, I'm gonna say it too. Why you saying it around me? He's racist. Go ask him that. He said that on camera. See, J Ram and them didn't realize that they are dealing. Look, the people in the gig world know, like, damn, you know what? J Ram don't know what he dealing with Reese. He don't know. Reese is gonna give it to him, and we go watch because Reese will expose what we want to know because we ain't got no beef, but Reese is gonna kill him, and that's what's going on. They figured out that I'm a real content creator who creates and makes real videos. That's what you don't understand. That's what you don't understand. I create. Let me see about Eli really quick. Let me see. Eli should be up in just a little bit. Oh, and for those of you who don't know, you guys might see like my moderators. My wife put up like 8 emojis and stuff yesterday with stuff with hand claps and stuff and fire and stuff. Only my moderators get a chance to do that. Everybody else, Jeffrey does work. Robert, she said, Ripple, so you said you wanted to be a white woman for 2 days so you can do racist acts against other black people. Uh, no, that's false. I said I would like to be a middle-aged white woman, so I can call the police on black men. One, I can say that there's like what I mean by that is there's a black man and he's doing this to make them come faster. Second, okay, I want to be able to get you kicked out of pools. I want to call the manager, ask for the manager at any given time. I want to be in a relationship and say that there's a black man to see how fast the cops come. I said I want to do all of that to see how it is on the other side. So if you are going to go ahead and try to repeat what I said, say the full thing. Say the full thing. I want to see how it is to be a Karen, and also I want to be able to say I have white privilege. I want to see how it feels. I said all of that. Do you want me to say it again? What's up, Twiggy? Good to see you here. Twiggy is from the gig world, people. Put it like this. Let me rephrase this. I would have loved for a white person to say, you know what? I would love to be black for 48 hours so I can see how it feels to dunk a basketball. So I can see how it feels to walk down the street when people put their hands over their purse. I would love to see how it is as a black man to walk into a store and security starts to follow you. No white person said that, right? So I'm the evil black man for saying what I want to see on how the opposite is. Fuck y'all with that bullshit. I'm gonna call you Karen. Go mop the floors and do the dishes. Know your place. Damian Blaze is part black. That's why that comment right there did not make that much sense. Damian, you gotta, if you black Damian, you gotta go a little bit harder than that. That was terrible. I'm gonna put that up so everyone can see what you said. That was terrible. I'm gonna call you Karen. Go mop the floor, Damian. That was terrible. You gotta try harder than that, Damian Blaze. Come on now. I give you respect for showing Flex did call my wife a bitch on that time. Flex has done it when he went off on TFT. When I made the short. After that, Flex said that Reese, TFT, and your wife are bitches. That's what Flex said. So Flex, go back to your own live and go watch yourself and see that you did say all that. You idiot. Eli was acting like a Karen yesterday on the trail yesterday, saying he was going to call the cops for riding their bikes on his walk. Well, I'll tell you this, that there are certain city ordinances that will electric bikes, or they have to be a certain degree to where it's actually a big ticket. A big ticket. If you are in Irvine, you cannot go on any of those trails. Oh, Tiffic? Okay, yeah. I mess up on words all the time. If you go to Irvine, you cannot ride the trails on any motorized vehicle because they will give you a ticket. Go check out the First Amendment auditors. Go check out the First Amendment auditors and see what they do. They actually went in Irvine and they did the regular trails. You cannot have certain bikes on the actual trails. So if Eli was mad because he says he wants to call the cops, did you see him call the police? No. Did the police come? No. So bringing up something that never happened means that you ride Eli's nuts. You watch him because you love him and you are obsessed to bring up something like that. It's that easy. How come the gig world sees it, but you guys don't? I've always said before, you criticize a black man, you better walk a mile in his shoes if you're criticizing him for being black. That all right, Thunder, you know what? You know what? Thunder, look. I will do this right now. That comment, Thunder, I apologize for calling you a bitch. This comment made me apologize. All right? I still think you have no business speaking about the gig world. But I've always said before, you criticize a black man, you better walk a mile in his shoes. If you're criticizing him for being black, that's why I want it to be a middle-aged white woman. Because I look, what we see on TV, what they make up in the comedy stand-ups, from Kevin Hart to Eddie Murphy to Chris Rock to Chris Tucker, Martin Lawrence, Eddie Griffin, D.L. Hughley, Don D.C. Curry. I can keep Sinbad. I can keep going on and on and on and on and on. These black men tell you what white people have done to them. And you guys laugh at it and pay money and give, eat popcorn, drink sodas and everything. You guys do that. So why is it wrong that somebody else wants to see how it is on the opposite side? You got to ask yourself that question before you start opening your mouth. Thunder says, "Oh, John Kneecap, thank you for the $2 super chat there. Knowledge is power. Thanks, Robert. Yep. And check this out. John Kneecap, I will tell you this, man. I asked him a question last night, and I said, what made you watch Hot Facts? And he said everyone else were saying that all this other stuff. And he said, well, I'm going to listen to what he says. And a lot of people don't know that you are way smarter and more intelligent than what they think. And he said, that's why I watch Hot Facts. And I thank him for that. That's a gentleman that has came up and put it out there to your face. Robert, I could come at you hard. You don't want these hams. Plus, you probably look at the notepad with going over your lines when the damage will be done. and become hot trash. Damian Blaze, that was almost a good one. I'm gonna go ahead and break this down. Let me let everybody see. Robert, I could come at you hard. You don't want these hams. Well, I want your turkeys. I want the chicken. I want the toothpiece and the biscuit. I want it all. Next part. You'll probably look at the notepad. Well, my notepad is just my questions. Everything else I improv on. You see how it says Eli and Hot Facts, number 13. I just have questions here. And I look at my notepad for my questions. I don't look at a notepad to write down what I say. Everything I do is freestyle. I'll whoop your ass every single day while playing Aerosmith Walk This Way. And then I'll pull you by a leash. And then I'll say, Damian Blaze, hold my pocket since you like my hotness. I'll say that to you. Damian Blaze, that's not written down anywhere. That was all improv, man. That was all improv. I'm the best improvisation person in the gig world. I'm one of the best improvisationists that you guys will come across. Everything is done in my head. I only write down questions. So you guys should figure out how I do a whole show with only a few questions. I get in there and do it. Other than that, I get things from my wife. She'll throw in some. She'll let me know. I was watching this, and then I'll go check out what she was watching. And I'm like, oh, okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead. While I got that in my head, I'm gonna go ahead and freestyle that and get it done. My wife gives me all type of stuff. Eli is here, just like Cherry Pick said. Cherry Pick said, I need me an assistant. Well, I hope you do get one. People, the moment you've been waiting for. People, Eli, can you bring us in with a round of applause, sir?
Bring you in with a round of applause, Robert? Absolutely. Big round of applause for Hot Facts with Robert Reese, Gig Economy News Channel. Thank you again for having me, Robert.
Thank you, Eli. Thank you, Eli, for being here. Eli, let me go back on cam. I got a lot to talk about, man. I got a lot to talk about. I want some things. I want to hear some things. Wait, let me go ahead and make sure my audio is right. Let me make sure, because I can barely hear you a little bit. Let me make sure.
You sound good. Maybe your volume isn't up loud enough to hear me, but I should be coming in very clearly.
Oh yeah, you are very clear. I am good.
Thank you.
People, for those of you just tuning in, I welcome you to the greatest podcast created in 2023. Hot Facts with Robert Reese and Coach Eli. Now, a lot of you guys don't know what it is. We talk about everything and anything, and we bring it out. We don't care who's out there, who's what. If you troll, guess what? If you troll, you got to come in with some realistic conversation, and you got to be able to make sure that it goes into what we are doing. Let me go ahead and get this banner set here. I forgot to go ahead and get that banner set. There we go. There's the scroll, and let me go ahead and get this up there for us right there. There it is, people. Hot Facts and Coach Eli podcast. Information is done there. One of the greatest things ever that I love to do. This is a show that people say, well, I would never be able to do that. And guess what? You probably won't be able to. And because of that, I'm not saying you're trash, but you're just not on the level of Coach Eli. Would that be an accurate statement? They are just not on your level?
Yeah, that'd be a fair statement, Robert. Humbly speaking, I try to be as humble as possible. But I think anyone can, create a great podcast nowadays or great content. It's just up to them. They have to choose, though, what they want to do. Do they want to troll? Do they want to attack people? Or do they want to create something great? That's the truth of the matter.
Right. Well, people, without further ado, let us get that round of applause, Eli, and let's get down to business. Go ahead and hit us with that round.
Big round of applause for Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
And Coach Eli. You cannot forget
Hey,
yourself. Quit being so humble, man. Quit being so humble, Eli.
Robert, I just want to say hello to your wife, Amelia, who says, welcome in the chat. Thank you for having me, Amelia and Robert. Shout out to my girlfriend, Dawn, as well. I think she may be listening in the other room.
Oh, she's
So, yeah.
listening. She's listening
Mm-hmm,
because guess
mm-hmm,
what, Eli? I got a lady.
yeah.
You got a lady. And
Mm-hmm.
our ladies love watching our show, right?
Robert, you remember this? Hey, lady, let me tell you why. Remember that? I can't
Yeah.
live
Oh, you gonna make me get a
my
robotic voice and sing the
life
rest.
without
Roger
you.
Troutman.
Yeah, yeah. That was what was the group name? Roger. I
Roger
want
and
to be your
Zap.
man.
Zap and Roger.
Roger and Zap. That's right. Right.
Computer love. Yeah.
Shooby doo wop
Yeah.
doo doo wop. I wanna love you.
Love you.
Shooby doo
Shoot
wop.
it up.
Computer
Woo,
love.
Eli. Oh, look, Eli. Look. So many people out there love that song that they are so mad that you know that song. Guess what, people? You got a little bit of Eli in you too.
Is it
Ah!
because is it because I'm white, Robert? I mean, I can like black music if I'm white, right?
What did my wife put? She said, so tough, so rough. Oh, I feel it. So rough, so tough. Oh, Eli, I got something for you though. You here, let me
Robert,
go on to
Robert,
YouTube really quick.
Robert,
I got something
Robert,
for you.
Robert. Hold on, I'm about to sing you some Johnny Gill with my, but we'll hold off on that, okay?
Oh, Johnny Gill. Oh,
Johnny Gill.
Eli. Oh man, you are killing it. You are killing it, man. Eli, I'm gonna play something for you right now. Let me go
Okay.
ahead. I'm using the iPhone. I'm brand new to using the iPhone. Oh, let me hit this. I want to do this. Cause I heard you do it. In one
One
of
of my
your
walks.
lives. No, one of your lives. And
Oh, one of the ones in the studio. Okay.
I would like to do a song, and I'm gonna play it right here because I heard you bring it up. So here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Take that off, please. I want to get this going for you, man. I want to get this going for you. Let me go ahead and take this off. I'm new to the iPhone. I use an Android. I use a Samsung. My wife is Apple everything.
Yeah, I've been
Okay.
Apple
I got you
only on
right here,
my iPhone,
Eli.
but everything else is PC. Oh, you got me right there. Go ahead, Robert.
I got you.
Beat Street, huh, Robert? Unfortunately, that's going to give Robert a copyright claim, but that's okay. He's willing to take one for the team today. Beat Street, the king of the beat. You see them rocking that beat from across the street. And Beat Street is a lesson.
The
Yeah.
king of the beat, being rocking this beat from across the street.
Beat Street is a lesson too, because you can't let the streets beat you. Or up. That's right. To describe all the beauty of life you give. And if the world was yours to do over, I know you pick a better place to live. Where the colors would swirl and the boys and girls can grow in peace
And harmony.
harmony.
On wall so grand, as far as the eye can see. I never knew till I saw your face, and there'll never be one to take your place. Cause each and every time you touch a spray paint can,
Michelangelo's soul controls your hand.
And the beauty of the rainbow fills your head. Crescendo colors playing to the man.
Is that Gorbachev?
3, 4, and just let me know what you came here for, and just clap your hands, everybody, and let me know that I'm not alone. And if you know the man when he was alive, screaming out to say, Ramon,
Ramon, Ramon,
Ramon!
Ramon, Rock.
Right, I
I
love
had to
that,
do it,
Ramon.
Eli.
Of course. Of course.
I
You
had
know what,
to.
Robert? I gotta say one thing real quick. You know, these people are saying, "Oh, cringe," right? You know what? The only people that say something is cringy to other creators are people that don't have the balls to come out here and do it themselves. So sit down and STFU. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Eli, what did you feel when you heard Ramon right there? Ramon,
Well,
Ramon.
there's a guy that walks the San Francisco Bay Trail, the part that I walk at Bear Island in Redwood City, in the area where I live, and his name is Ramon, and I see him all the time. He's a cool guy. You know, he started walking the trail about a year and a half ago or so, and he's lost a lot of weight, and you know he's taking care of himself, and I'm proud of him. I see him every day. He says hello. I say hello, and it's all good. But yeah, that was Ramon in Beat Street. That was classic, Robert. That was
That it,
classy and classic.
I had to do it because I heard you do it in your live, and I was like, these people don't know about Beat Street. Let me go ahead and bring some Beat
Nope.
Street in because Eli, people, if you like Beat Street, you got a little bit of Eli in you. Okay? A little bit of Eli in you. Now, Eli, I'm gonna get down to the nitty-gritty with the stuff after we go through our
Mm-hmm.
questions, because we're gonna end this show with an explosion. Okay. So I'm
Oh
gonna just
yeah,
start this
yeah.
off. Yeah, I'm gonna just start this off with the first topic. And our last top
Mm-hmm.
topics, me and you are gonna go ahead and get our rocks off. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Oh,
Now,
you telling me, Robert? I'm ready because let me tell you, we got to talk about some Pedro and Hannibal, I bet, and we're gonna
yes,
get down because I'm telling you, this gig economy is gonna explode. I may have to reinsert myself into the gig economy for a while, Robert. But go ahead.
Woo! Woo! We gonna get into it, people. You guys heard it. But first, let's get through the first topic of the day. First topic of the day
Yeah.
is: should they increase the penalty for hate crimes? Now, if there is someone out there watching right now, I would like for you to just go on your phone and type up just type up, hate crime, just type up common sentence wherever you are. Now, Eli, and we'll get that answer whenever they go ahead and bring it up. Should they increase the penalty for hate crimes?
Right out of the gate, yes. I'll tell you why. Because people should think twice before they say something and before they do something. But here's the thing: I think hate crimes should be handled differently for adults and for children under 18, because children under 18 are not mature enough to really understand things as well as adults should understand. So yeah, I feel they should increase the penalties for hate crimes because people will think twice or three times before doing stupid shit.
Right, right. And I agree. Now, Thunder, I brought you up here. You understand the rules of Hot Facts. We are only going over the topics of the show, and that's all it is. Nothing else goes on because those questions that you want to go ahead and talk about are not on this show sheet right here. So you got to understand how the show goes. We're only going off of these topics right here. Normally, when someone clicks on up, they want to start from the first topic and go all the way down. So that's what we're doing right now. And just give me a thumbs up if that's understood. All right. So
Mm-hmm.
now let me go ahead and unmute you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've one. I understand what you want. I just have one question and I'll leave because I can't abide by that. Eli, can we have a meeting sometime?
All
I'm
right.
not
You said you
interested.
can't
Sorry.
abide by that, so you're off. Um,
Nope.
you said you
I'm
can't
not
abide by
interested.
that. You cannot abide, so you're gone. It's that easy,
Nope.
people. Eli, why do they?
Mm-hmm.
Why? What is the facet? First of all, let's forget the penalty about the hate crimes. I think they should increase that. Obviously, because it can turn into death and everything else, and you don't know what someone will do and what they're planning on doing. People increase the penalty for hate crimes. Government, go ahead and do that. I don't care what it is. You're writing on the wall, you beat someone up, increase that penalty. Now, Eli, this guy, I went over the rules. He knows the rules. He watches the show. He said that I cannot abide. So was I wrong for kicking him off, or was that just?
No, it was just because, Robert, here's the thing. A lot of these people are here for entertainment. They're here because and we'll talk more about this, there's a person with deep pockets that is now going by the name of Nothing But Silicone that's paying these creators to create a targeted hate attack on me. I'm not 100% sure if it's who I think it is, but I'm fairly sure it's somebody that's done this to me in the past, and they're up to doing it again. Again, like I've been mentioning on my shows, I don't want to put blame out there. I'm not going to put out his real name, even though I know who he is and where he's at, etc. But you got to understand there is some incentive for these people to be selling me out in the way they are. They're getting paid to do it. And when people get paid to do something, I'm not sure if Thunder's getting paid. I don't think he is, but some people are. But he's a part of that group. Let me just say one more thing here real quick. To that woman there that says, the sentencing for a hate crime is similar to the sentencing of murder. How can they increase the punishment? You guys just say what sounds good without thinking logically. Well, here's the thing. Hate crime doesn't only include, beating somebody up or killing somebody, ma'am. A hate crime could be bullying and harassing somebody with words. There's libel and there's slander. Okay. And then there's also, actually physically doing something. So you got to take all of that into consideration. I think what people have done to me on YouTube, including some of you folks out here, could be considered a hate crime. So you know what? Honestly, just sit down. Sit down and mind your own business.
Yeah, sit down. Eli, I'm going to take one of your things. Sit down and STFU. Now, I'm going to say that simply because of this fact here. You said that we just bring up things that we don't think about. When's the last time you thought about a hate crime and the penalty that should be going on with it? You've never done that. So go explore in your own brain, and then you'll go ahead and try to get someone else going there. A hate crime could be anything. Like Eli said, and being on here with slander, defamation of character, harassing, obsessing with someone, you can throw that into your file for the hate crime when you're trying to go ahead and get someone. So therefore, you got to understand what's going on. The reason why I brought that up is so we can talk about that. And it's obvious that you guys that hate watch and do these weird things, you will say things like that out of your mouth. Now, I'm not saying it's you particularly, but I'm saying if there's one, there's 10. If there's 10, there's 100. If there's 100, there's 1,000. That's how the numbers work. So if that's why I said, now I gave a request. I said, can someone look up what the standard crime or penalty is for a hate crime? I asked you, I was looking for someone in the comments section to say, hey, I looked up hate crimes in my area, and it looks like they mostly get community service or they get 6 months in jail. I'm looking for what the common penalty is so we can see if we can increase that. I was seeing where your brain was, and obviously you don't stimulate yourself. So we got to do it for you. And that's Hot Facts. And this is Coach Eli. And this is what we do on this podcast. Now, anybody else want some of that? Come get some. The link is there. Now, for you guys that don't know, I removed Thunder because I gave him the rules. He said, I know the rules. He gave a thumbs up, and he said, I only have one question. I can't stay for long. I cannot oblige by what those are. So I removed him. If someone tells you, if you come into my restaurant, you got to sit down and behave yourself. If they say I cannot behave myself, I'm going to break stuff, you're going to kick them out, right? That's the exact same thing on what I did. Understand what's going in. If you are a gig worker, you walk into a place, you shove the phone into the person's face and say, this is my order, give it to me now. They have the right to cancel your order and kick you out. That's what I did.
Robert, let me say something real quick. Damian Blaze, I'm going to say this to you right now. Cam up and come on this damn panel right now, or you sit down and shut your fucking mouth. You go around YouTube running your mouth like you're some god of the gig economy or something. All right. So you want to come up right now? I will talk to you one-on-one. cam up, show your fucking face, or shut the fuck up.
Oh, and while you're and while you're trying to grow your man balls, Damien, we're gonna get into the topic right here of this next one while we're waiting on you. Okay, now Eli said that. Hey, salute Eli. That was all the way. Eli, damn it, you can't beat me to some stuff, man. You beat me to that. You can't beat me to some stuff, Eli.
You know what, Robert? When you have when you have
Damien, bring your bitch ass up right now. Talk to Eli. I had to get in on that, Eli. I had to.
Robert, here's the thing. You know, when you have a man that runs his mouth more than women do, no disrespect to women, okay? But when you have a man that runs his mouth like worse than a woman, no disrespect to women, okay? Come to the panel and run your mouth in front of my face. You sit there, you hide in plain sight. And he does this everywhere, every channel, Pedro's channel, Hannibal's channel, Glitch Dash channel, Torch channel. This dude goes around like he's some type of desperate guy seeking for attention. Like, dude, come to the panel right now and face me like a man, or shut your fucking mouth.
Shots fired. And people, for those of you who don't know what that sounds like, it sounds like this.
Damian Blaze, this is the big stage. And let me tell you something. I'm not trying to criticize Thunder. He has the opportunity. If he wants to create his own big stage, he can. He just has to remove himself from all the stupidity with these other people. But you want to come on the big stage right now and face me one-on-one? I'm not going on any little stage with you. I'm not going on any little stage that's not worth my time.
Oh, man. Shots fired, crybaby sound, and duns came from Reese. I got controls here. Eli got controls. We will throw them on you to make you feel what we saying. Next topic, let's get into it right now. This show is fiery, Eli. This show is fire. I love it. I love it. Now I got a good one. This will change some brains here. It's on foster kids, Eli. Foster kids. Okay. Do you think people love the kids, or do they just do it for the money?
Do I think, say that one more time, Robert, so I can make sure I heard it right. Do I think
people love the kids that they foster, or do they do it just for the money?
I'd like to think that people love the foster kids. Of course, there are always going to be people that do everything for money. I'd like to think humanity is better in this case, but it all depends on the person. This will go on a case by case basis. I think people that do it just for the money should be screened out better and not allowed to do it. Because then I would consider it exploiting those kids. And I don't think it's right to exploit anyone, let alone kids. That's my thought. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, I have seen, I grew up and, some of the kids in the neighborhood, you figure out that's their foster kids. And you would notice that one house would always have different kids circulating through that one house. And as a little kid, you don't know because you're just meeting friends. Like, oh, this kid's in the neighborhood. I met me a new friend, but you're not thinking about that. Why is there always new kids coming into the home? And we all know that adoption is the next phase. When you want that kid to be your own, you are going to legally take everything onto that kid. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, why do these homes have a continuous circulation of the kids coming through? Now, me, myself, I want to believe that people do it for the love, but depending on what they say for the price of an inmate is in prison, I wonder if the foster people are getting that same amount for a child, and that's why they're doing it. And they're doing it just for the money. Chances are, probably, with the recycling door, they are doing it for the money, and I don't like it. My grandma had foster kids, right? But the kids that my grandma had that were foster, she adopted them, and they are now like even though they're younger than me, if you go like with adoption, I have like uncles that are younger than me because they were adopted because my grandma fully adopted them after bringing them in as foster kids. So my grandma really loved them. But some people will not do that. They'll have like, you're like, man, I had a cousin named Jacob and all this and that and Jeffrey and Johnny and stuff. And like, where are they? I don't know. You don't know because your family was running a ring to make money off of other kids. That's what I think about that one.
Yeah, no, well said, Robert. The system is flawed. I'll just put it that way. The system is flawed in many ways, even beyond this particular aspect. And, I think our government needs some kind of reform. I think all governments need some kind of modern day reform, especially with the internet now, because it's much easier to do stupid shit because of the internet, But I get it. In this case, it's about foster kids in real life. I get it. But anyway, real quick, Robert, look at this guy. Damian Blaze, I'm going to head out. But remember, Eli, you already lost, and the ball is in our court. Lost what, dude? You ain't seen nothing yet. Stick around. You'll see what's really going to happen. So keep walking without a purpose to nothing and keep being on the sidelines. Well, dude, I'll tell you this, Damian Blaze. If you would like to come on the panel, show your face, and talk with me like a real man, that's cool. If you would like to take a walk with me, come out to Redwood City. I'm inviting you with no threats. I'm inviting you as my guest to go on a walk with purpose, or a walk without purpose in your case, and do a video with me. One or the other. Come on the panel, show your face, or meet up with me, take a walk with me, or sit down and shut your fucking mouth. That's it.
Well said. And this brings me into the next topic, which is going to be the next topic is going to run us into us, Eli, doing the damn thing. All right. Because it's going to go into everything, thing else. Okay. So I'm going to break this down. Okay. There's two parts, but it can go into like 8, depending on how you answer. All right. So here we go. How important is it to have content that showcases who you are? That's the first part. Okay. Then, why is having content obsessing over someone normal? Shouldn't that be a red flag for our society? Okay. And when I mean red flag, I'm thinking about false police reports, wasting taxpayer dollars. Your neighbors think you're good, but they don't know you do all this stuff. So you're lying to them, being fake. You turn into a Karen or a Ken. All that goes into the red flag. So I'm going to say it again. How important is it to have content that showcases who you are? Secondly, why is having content obsessing over someone normal? Shouldn't that be a red flag for our society?
Yeah, how important is it to have real content? It's very important. It defines who you are. It defines your creativity or lack of creativity. And I think a lot of the people that instead of creating real content, will create trolling, hateful, abusive, attacking type of content is for many reasons. Number one, they lack creativity. Number two, they don't have self-love. They don't like what they see in the mirror physically. They don't like who they are mentally and emotionally. Number three, a lot of people that are in this position where they don't love themselves. They hate bond with other people that are feeling the same way. Number four, in the case of myself, there are some people that have lots of money that will pay people to do these types of things because they get off on it. And the people that pay people to do these types of things, again, they don't have self-love for themselves. They don't have any creativity to present in different ways, or in better ways, I mean. And, it's just sad. It's really sad, Robert. Let me see. Let's see here. Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's very important to have real content that identifies who you are and it identifies your creativity.
Right.
And the other question was, what are they?
Yeah, Yeah, the next part is, why is having content obsessing over someone normal? Shouldn't that be a red flag for our society?
It should be. Um, content that is not normal. When you have a group of people that are, you know, conglomerating behind the scenes. For example, these people use Discord and they'll go back there and they'll share links. For example, in my case, Eli's live, go and thumb him down, give him 30 thumbs down, right? Um, okay. And then they'll conspire, um, what they're going to try to do to knock me down, whether it's legal or illegal or unethical or ethical or whatever, right? And so, um, I mean, um, you were saying again, because I'm this stuff really kind of hits me a little emotionally, Robert. So the last part was, um, repeat the
Yeah,
question one more time.
yeah. So the question was, why is having content obsessing over someone normal? Shouldn't that be a red flag? You know how they say
It
that?
is.
Well, if you think someone is gonna be a psycho and go shoot up people, should you call the police? Shouldn't this be a red flag that these people might commit crimes against someone who they're obsessing about? Shouldn't that be a red flag?
It could be a red flag. What I more so think it is, in the case of people doing it on YouTube, on social media, for the most part, um, they're lonely and miserable people that are not ready to face, you know, their issues. If they're overweight, they're not ready to get back into good shape, right? Um, if they've gone through a breakup or a loss, they're still working through it, and they're not ready to put themselves back out there in a reasonable and productive way. Um, yes, I mean, in some cases, people, can take it a bit too far. This could be a red flag for something worse. But I think what's happening here on social media, here on YouTube and Facebook for the most part, is people just lashing out because they're unhappy about something deep within themselves that they haven't worked through yet. That's the bottom line. That's what it boils down to. So they come here and they just trash talk other people that have the confidence to do what we do, right?
Right. Yeah, I think it's crazy because of what I've seen on, and the reason why I brought this question up, and you said you get a little bit emotional on it. That's why I raised this question here, because what I have witnessed from first getting to know you and seeing how everyone just went against you, I want to cover more. From covering more, I think these people have a real serious obsession that if they are sending out to do wasting taxpayers' money on welfare checks and trying to pay someone upwards of $1,000 to drive from one place in the state all the way up to the northern part of the state just to go do things like this, I think that these people might be capable of doing some very serious crimes. And when I mean very serious crimes, I mean like identity
Mhm.
theft. I mean, trying to get your social and running up bills on you and things like that. I think that these people that do it, this really should show a red flag, simply because I don't think they do this with anybody else and they hide it away from everybody else. But online,
Mhm.
they'll simply show what they do to someone, which makes it very, very serious. And, that's why I brought this up, because they do it with me, but they do it 30 times worse with you. And I felt like asking this because you might be the person that can best answer this, the
Mhm.
obsession and, should it be a red flag? So that's why I asked you this question, man.
Yeah, Robert, like you were saying earlier about the hate crime thing. Okay, I think we need to do a better job of policing and taking action on online, hate crimes, that are, like threats, bullying and harassment. People don't understand how serious bullying and harassment is. Like I can listen. I'm not going to go out and end myself, meaning commit suicide or anything. But there are people that have committed suicide over bullying and harassment on YouTube that was 1/10 of the level that I've been going through. Be careful. That's Johnny. And he's naked.
Yeah,
No, no,
yeah,
yeah, no,
yeah.
no, yeah. I'm gonna no. I just muted him instantly because I already know what he's gonna do. You already did it, and I muted you. Yeah, I don't. You go on these other shows. We have rules here. All right, we have rules here. You have to go over what the topics are. Just because you want to say something about somebody else, we're talking about a specific thing
Mhm.
here about something here. It's not about you
Mhm.
saying, I don't like Eli and I'm going to come and talk about Eli. What you are going to
Mhm.
say has to have nothing to do with Eli. And you can't be flipping people off and doing all this stuff. If you say one thing
Mhm.
that has to do with Eli, you are gone. And I'm just letting you know it's about the topics that we are going off of. Now, you said you have magical powers, so let those powers show right now and don't fuck up the show because I will throw your ass out. I don't like you and you don't like me. Let's go ahead and keep that real.
Okay, I just wanted to ask you a personal question, HotFacts, man to
Mm-hmm.
man. If someone was to, and I'm not saying him in particular, you know, but hypothetically, someone makes a stream, right, and calling out two people, and then calling them one of them a gaslighting them and defaming their character, you know, doesn't that work both ways?
Well, let me answer this by
Because I
asking you
have
this.
proof.
All right, wait, all right, wait. All right, you can have your proof, but the question is about
Mhm.
why is having content obsessing over someone normal? Shouldn't that be a red flag in society?
Okay,
That's part
but
two.
what's the okay?
Wait. The first part is how important is it to have content that showcases who you are, followed by the
Mhm.
obsessing, and shouldn't that be a red flag? So I don't want to hear about
Right.
no. If you have proof that you know that somebody is doing content that is not who they are, but all their content shows who they are, that's not a valid point on what you're trying to make. So
Okay,
you
but
gotta
here's
you gotta be able
to
to
answer
speak some
your
stuff.
question. To answer your question though, the it's kind of hard because what is normal? There is no such thing as normal. There's no such thing as normal. Everyone is different, you know. I mean, each content is different. Like I just play video games, no drama involved, you know. You do yours, you do yours. Eli does his. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
just because it
all right,
doesn't
yeah,
cater
but
to one
well, and
person,
we'll
you
answer
can't
this.
call it normal.
Well, let's get into that. Why
Okay.
is having content obsessing over someone normal? Like I have seen channels that
Hmm.
make 95% of their videos on their channel is about Eli. That's not
Okay.
normal.
Well, that I wouldn't say that's not normal. Like no offense to Eli, I think it's just because the way he come across people, like kind of like you, Mister like Hotfex. Some people don't like you. I don't really know you, so I can't say I don't like you or anything. You know what I mean? I just don't
Well,
know you.
well, no, let's stop that. You've already said you don't like me. You think that I think I know it all. You called me a bitch one time on Flex. You can't get up here and try to fake the
Well,
funk.
no, no, no. I do
I will
think
call you
I
out on
do
everything
think.
that you have said. Don't get up here and try to play it
Oh, I'm
soft.
not saying
Do
that.
not
I'm
do
not
that.
saying that.
If you
I'm
can
just
speak that
saying I
way,
don't like
I can
I
come
don't
at you
like your
that way.
attitude towards things. I'm just saying I don't like your attitude towards things. That's what I think of you.
I never
But
did
if I
nothing wrong to you, just like the RJ, the blind guy. I never did nothing wrong
actually
to
you kind
him.
of did say
I just have
something
a show
about
with
you.
Eli, and you
No, you
guys
did
don't like me.
actually. No, you did do a little something to me. Um, you
Well,
kind
let me
of
know
like
what I did. Let me
okay
know what I
because
did so I know.
well because when I was trying to talk to you the very first time when I first came on your panel, right? You had that guy Angel, right? That dude is dangerous. He uses all these other words just like another person used them back in like 4 or 5 years ago. But whatever happened to this recently happened 2 months ago, so you can't really say that's that far on. But what I'm saying is for that guy that Angel guy, he's done a lot of bad things too, and for him to come up there. is not a good look because I mean he is bad. He's being
Well, let me
accused of
ask you
a
this: do you know who Chaotic Truth is? Are
yes,
you familiar? Are you familiar with the conscious and the woke community?
yes.
All right. Well, in that community, they speak from the highest
Robert,
level
Robert,
of the
Robert, Robert,
government.
Robert.
Wait, 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 wait,
Sorry,
wait, wait,
sorry
wait,
to
wait, wait,
interrupt.
wait, wait, wait,
I
wait.
need to use I need to use the restroom. Can I use the restroom
Oh
real
yeah,
quick, Robert? I'll
yeah.
listen on the phone. Yeah, all right.
All right, yeah. In that community, they speak on the highest levels of the government. They break it down to society. They go over questions about your religion, ethnicities, your race, and
All I'm
everything
gonna
else.
say is
No,
this
no, no.
because
Wait,
I
wait,
have
wait,
to
wait,
hop
wait, wait.
off
No, no,
soon.
no, no. Wait. That same guy that you said is dangerous appears on these communities, and he speaks. He's been on panels with people from actual
Yeah,
news
but they
networks. No,
don't
wait, wait,
have
wait, wait,
it.
wait, 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 wait. He's been on panels with people from actual news networks, and none of them have said what you say. So this means you just don't like him.
No, no, no. Because here's the other thing. You ready? His very first channel before he met those people, right, was where he was literally was in trouble for talking to underage kids. Okay, he really was in trouble. I have receipts on that, bro. And then he goes around calling other people the N words and all this other stuff. He's a bad dude. That's why his first channel got taken down.
All right,
His
all right. Now
That's
let
why
me
he
ask you
changed his
this.
name.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah,
Have you gone over to the conscious community or the woke community and get on panel with 2,000 people in the chat to say this about him? How you're doing it
I
now?
haven't been able to because I've been taking care. I just recently hurt my knee. You know what I mean?
Well,
I
no,
just
you've
go.
been doing it before, though. Have you done it before? Don't run
Yes,
around this. Have
yes.
you gone on a panel with Chaotic Truth in the woke community where there's 2,000 people in the chat to get up there
Like I
to speak
said,
like this
yes.
about Eli? Or did you get
I've
afraid and
never
say
done
that
it
they won't
with
listen?
Eli. I never done it with Eli.
All
I
right, so
never done.
therefore, you only do it where you feel that you can.
No, no. It's just because they don't. Because the reason why is because Eli isn't that bad. Eli isn't worthy of them getting content. You know what I mean? Like he
No,
wants
no,
to.
no.
Eli wants to be
We're
part.
talking about
Eli's
Angel.
okay. I'm just gonna be
No,
honest with you.
no.
Eli's a
See,
little
you
freaking
went right back
bitch.
to Eli. You
Eli's a
guys
little
are
bitch.
obsessed.
He's
I'm
a
talking
frazzled
about
little
Angel,
bitch.
and you went right back to Eli. So no,
Eli's
no,
a
no. I would like you to do this. I would like you to
yeah.
type
I
up
would like
on.
you to do this. Goodbye.
I want you to type up Chaotic Truth and go on this panel and start talking about Angel there. You went from Angel to Eli. People, this is what I'm talking about. These people are obsessed. He had to re-go about everything he wanted to say and go by the rules, and it fucked them up. You guys are obsessed. If you guys can't talk about him and you have to go about what the topics are, you guys are gonna run. You have nothing to say. That's why I created this show. Let's see who really hates who, and let's see who has a real input on these intellectual discussions. It's that easy. I'm hot facts, damn it. This is what I do. It's what I do. You see how he said he wants to give me this? Johnny, I'm not gonna give you one back. I just showed what you said to me. I don't like you. Um, you said you have superpowers and you use them on the negative side. So if you are using your superpowers to be negative, I should not believe you are a superhero. You have to be a heel or a villain. Plain and simple. And you can't be using how special you are to go be mean to somebody else when you don't like them doing that to you. This show has nothing to do with any of that. You were talking about Angel, and instantly you went to Eli. That lets me know you just were talking about Angel to try to talk to Eli. It's really easy. It's not rocket science. Maybe some of you guys think it is, but it's not. This is what you guys do. Eli's in the bathroom. For those of you who watch the show, Eli takes a mid break and he goes to the restroom and then he comes on back. Don't talk smack on Angel when you have heard. He says, don't talk smack on Angel when. Damn, they talking fast right here. Emilia, can you slow the chat down, please, so I can they going fast right here. Don't talk smack on Angel when you have skeletons, bruh. Yeah. Angel was just repeating what he heard Eli say. Bam. Oh Lord. What did it say? Oh Lord, what? Oh Lord. That's supposed to be Lord, but they put Lord. He comes. Here comes the. You guys are supposed to be saying chaotic truth. Liberated. Weird. You must have heard the Joe N word, dude. Clip Jacks. Angel has a past just like all of us. Yes. And Stevie, you got one more time to put an A in front of my wife's name. We go to places and they always say Amelia. It's Emilia. Her name is Emilia, not Amelia, not Amelia Earhart. Her name is Emilia with the E. That's why we say E, not Amelia. You just want to say Amelia. I know you guys just, it's something so simple that it is what it is. Like some people say like potato, some people say potato, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But can you at least just put the E in the front? I was on there with the jaded driver, and he was like, well, Reese is answering questions. Yes, I was. And that was during my cordial part. Jaded driver, I also unblocked you from what goes on. I think you've been in my chats and everything else there. Planet Mondo was on. And Planet Mondo said, "See, Reese is cordial. I like this, Reese. We were asking questions, and Mondo left as soon as it got fiery. And once again, Mr. Flex, you got a lot of people getting on you. You were the only one that brought up my wife, Mr. Flex. So go ahead and just reminisce on that. Everyone's mad at you about that because I've let you slide like a million times. The minute I say something, it's an issue. Flex, you had questions on Torp, asking things that didn't even make sense. I answered them, and you had to sit there like a little kid. I would like you to grow up. And Flex, I unblocked you. You have open opportunity to click my link. Now, Eli, I want to talk about this. Pedro DoorDash Santiago.
Oh, let's rock. Let's go.
I witnessed myself. This Boohoo the Fool says he has 70,000 subs. He doesn't care about Eli. I went right on Necro Getting Bags and told them that Pedro is in Eli's chat. It's really him. And he's talking smack to Eli. Why would Pedro want to talk smack to you in your own chat if he has so much better things to do?
One reason and one reason only. And again, Robert, I don't have concrete proof, but this is what's been happening. He is being funded by someone that goes by the name of Nothing But Silicone, that is actually a man, not a woman.
Right.
And basically, a lot of these people are being paid by this same Nothing But Silicone to create a targeted hate attack on me.
I've
This
seen
whole
Silicone
lawsuit.
pay $58 at one time in separate super chats to Pedro and Hannibal's thing. So, and they do it to
Oh,
everybody else. That same person throws money out.
mhm.
I think they have a stolen credit card or they
No,
stole someone's account, and that's how they're paying it.
no. They actually have very deep pockets. I know who they are. If it's, I'm not 100% certain that it's this person, and I don't want to accuse anyone of something that I'm not completely certain of. But if it's this person, they have very deep pockets, and they've been doing this for many years because they don't like me. That's the bottom line. So it's like a paid, targeted hate attack, is what it is. Pedro knows it.
Oh,
Hannibal knows
wait,
it. They
wait,
were.
Eli. Speaking of deep pockets, you said something that was very, very important. You said that
Mhm.
J. Rom is the deep pockets. J. Rom said he's retired. He owns his own trucking. He owns a huge gym and everything else. I would consider those deep pockets on Tammy's side.
Um, I don't think he has the deep pockets this nothing but silicone has. I'm not here to question his financial situation or anything like that. I think a lot of the things that he said are fibbed just to get a reaction, or to protect the person that's really funding this, that's trying to stay anonymous. Look, I really don't care about this whole situation. To me, the only thing I care about is protecting my business and my brand, and that's all I care about in this situation. The rest of it I can ignore. But the problem with Pedro and Hannibal, but Pedro, is he is a big influence in the gig economy. And a lot of people don't realize that he is the kind of person that will sell probably his family members to make a buck. And if you can't see this, then I don't know what to tell you.
He was in the
I don't know what to tell you
Revolutions
about it.
live. He was in the Revolutions live talking crap last night and the day before. He was in yours, but Pedro says that these people are beneath him. And I'm trying to figure out, for all of you guys that say, well, Eli is not relevant, everybody that does not like Eli does not have 70,000 subs. Now, everyone knows that Pedro is real. So for all of you guys say that Eli is not part of the gig world and no one likes him and no one cares about him, why is someone with just about 1 billion times more subs and views than you have worried about this guy? I think you guys are now being brought to the sunlight now to show yourself. Pedro DoorDash Santiago has been someone that I have battled. I have killed him, destroyed him. I got videos up. I think J Ram has seen these things when they were like, well, Pedro came over here and Robert, and then they see my videos like, damn, Robert destroyed him too. Pedro leeches on to the people that he feels are beneath him, so he can gain them to get them to say, come watch my channel, and that's how he gains his subs and his views. He doesn't get it from people that knows about what the hell he does.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right on that. Here's the thing. I was saying this on my walk yesterday, and I think outside of YouTube, and look, the truth is the truth. I think outside of YouTube, Pedro's probably a really good family man, because his girlfriend Madison, and they have kids together. And I think he also has kids from a previous relationship. She seems like a pretty good woman. There's a picture on Pedro's community wall, a Christmas picture with him, his girlfriend Madison, and one of their kids. It's a nice family picture, and that's respectful.
So
I think. I think. Sorry, go ahead, Robert.
No, it's on his Instagram also. Yeah, the picture with them wearing black.
Yeah, and his girlfriend Madison is there, and their kid. Now, I think what Pedro does is what a lot of people do. They have a different persona online and offline, because doing certain things online that are different than your actual persona may get you more clicks and make you more money initially than doing it the right way, building up over time. I think Pedro's the type of person, like many people are out here on YouTube. They will do whatever it takes to get the views and the clicks. They will sell out anyone and everyone to get clicks and super chats and, whatever, right? And get attention. And that's what it's all about. And in the case of, listen, whoever Nothing But Silicone is, which I have an idea of who it is. But again, I'm not going to accuse anyone because I don't know exactly. But Nothing But Silicone has deep pockets and is paying a bunch of people money to just troll me and harass me. And honestly, that doesn't bother me. I don't care if these people aren't making money. The only thing I care about is my business name and my brand, and I'm handling that, behind the scenes. But as far as Pedro's character online, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And if I was, a 70K channel in the gig space, and I was still doing, the gig economy, I would certainly represent the community a lot more professionally than he is in my thoughts. I would. He's selling out. I think you're frozen, Robert. Yeah, look, Amelia and Robert, I want to ask you guys, listen, I don't care if people try to trash me and say at least Pedro earns his own money, doesn't rely on his parents' money. I'm really tired of hearing that same old bullshit that is not true. So I think those people should be given a warning and removed if they don't stop. Like, I'm seriously tired of the same old repetitive bullshit. It's stupid. Um, get a life and move on. Okay? Get a life and move on. Now, I don't know what's going on with Robert. I think Robert got booted there. Red Pool Jack, honestly, you just don't know what's going on. I've got a new trademark pending with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. I also have common law rights to my business name. I've got websites registered for over 10 years. I've got federal employer identification number for over 10 years, a California seller's permit for over 10 years. You can keep running your mouth, Jack, because you're a miserable man going through stuff. And this is your entertainment. So, get your facts straight, Jack. Or just stop it altogether, Jack. You're just an obsessed man with my life. You'll see.
Someone just said, Craft After Dark fan. How do you come up with these names for like your accounts? Like, this is hilarious. It says Emilia Muscledar Reese. You have to admit, Coach Eli drama is interesting. Yeah, but here's the thing. It might be interesting only because the people that spend there all day and all night doing it, the real interest is them. They're the ones, like, Eli is living his life. He's doing what he does. The real interest is why you guys care so much. That is the real interest on what's really going on. Eli does his thing, and it is what it is. Now, Eli, I was asked a question earlier by GLM, and it's a way for you to make $150. I'll make $150. They said they will donate $300 if Eli will dress up for Christmas and do a show in an elf suit. Now, I'm saying that's an easy way to go. We'll just do a Christmas episode. And my whole thing is, I would like you, if you can just have the shit show shirt underneath. Would you be willing to do a Christmas show with Hot Facts, and you'll make 150 and I'll make 150?
I'll put on the shit show shirt. I'm not going to put on an elf outfit, and she's not going to pay anyway. And I don't want tainted money. I don't take bribes like that. I don't sell out.
No, not a bribe. Like, look. Here's the thing. When I'm pretty sure they're going to watch a podcast or something online during Christmas time with whoever they're watching in the Christmas spirit. So why would somebody, like, if you say that, and first of all, we know what you can make on monthly on YouTube. You give me $150 for being in a Christmas spirit, I'll even put on a red nose myself and be Sambo. Now, if this person is really real, I will say that give us a $150 deposit right now, and we'll do it on our next show. And that's all I'll say. And I will have on a red nose, and I'll be Sambo, and he can be an elf. If you're willing to put that much money into us just for no reason, I'll do that any day of the week. That'll be $150 on super chat for Eli, and $150 for me, which is doing an actual good gig while it's Christmas time. So I feel no problem with me putting on the red nose and me doing Sambo to look like that for the Christmas time. And we gonna get paid. So that's why I was asking you. I'm in if you're in.
That's fine, Robert. We can do that. But I want to respond to a question in the chat. That's okay with you, because I really want to show these illiterate, uneducated, dumb degenerates out there. Kevin Samuels is right, who got banned on my channel. He says Eli didn't have a trademark since August, yet he used that trademark against that woman. First of all, sir, her channel going down had nothing to do with a trademark. What it had to do with, it probably is. what it had to do with is impersonation. Now, let me explain this to you. You would have to file trademark infringement through YouTube's reporting system in order to make a trademark claim. I did not make a trademark claim. What happened was myself, along with several others, reported her channel for impersonating my Genuine Networking Association channel that's been in existence on YouTube since 2015, and there are many videos from my organization on that channel. So Kevin Samuels, aka the person that Robert mentioned, okay, there was never any trademark infringement filed. This has nothing to do with trademark infringement. It has to do with impersonating another YouTube channel. So you can sit there and say all you want, and that's my case. When I go to court, that's my case. There is no case. This has nothing to do with a registered trademark. It has to do with impersonation. So sit down and STFU and go away. No, Kevin Samuels, you want to keep running your mouth because you just want to stir the pot? That explanation sounds suspect to me. There are several Coach Eli channels, for example.
I looked
That's
up
fine.
the Coach Eli channels. There's a guy that does workouts. There's a guy who's Spanish. He's like in Mexico. He don't speak English. You guys are talking about people like that. His name is Coach Eli. That's his name. My name is Coach Reese. Coach Robert Reese. I'm Coach. My name is Coach. There's a lot of Coach Reeses out there. There's a lot of Coach Roberts out there. What the fuck are you talking about? Come up with something
Let me explain,
sense,
Robert. Let me shut Mr. Coach J up for a second here and respond, because you're gonna like this. I'll respond to them, Robert, because I want to make them look stupid. Okay.
Yep.
If it's about impersonation, explain the other Coach Eli channels I know of. At least two other men that go by Coach Eli, and I've seen them. And you know what? I actually like their content. Here's the thing: infringement. Okay, for example, GNA. You cannot trademark the acronym GNA. The acronym GNA can be used for many different meanings. ABC, for example, is a network. You can have ABC Television Network. You can have ABC Plumbing. You can have ABC Networking or whatever. Just like with Coach Eli. I'm Coach Eli Elias Mellis. They're probably Coach Eli Elias Smith or Elias, Hernandez. That is not impersonation. Eli is a nickname that many people use. So just go away. Just go away.
Thank you. Now, Eli, I have to
Just
put
go
that
away.
up there. STFU.
Yeah.
I have to put the STFU there. Now, Eli, I'm about to do it like this. I'm about to give you the floor, and I want you to air out whatever you want to air out and just lay the law in, and I'll go ahead and comment on about what you're going to say. Fair enough?
I'll say that one more time, Robert. I was reading something in the chat. One more time. What did you want me to respond
I said
to?
right now, I'm going to give you the floor to talk about whatever you want, and I'll just join in.
Well,
wait, there's someone in the back. There's someone in the back that says Eli hates his neighbors or something. Or no, it says Eli hates, and they put the N word up there. That was Coach J Ram, the most racist guy that comes on. He does stuff like that. People, he's showing you what his character is. Eli, the floor is yours. Talk about whatever you want, and I'll just join in.
Yeah. Well, let's respond to these questions here that will also be addressed in court. Okay. The facts of the matter is that woman has an LLC that says Genuine Networking Association. Let me share something with you. Look it up online before you run your mouth and look stupid. An LLC does not give you rights to a name. Okay. An LLC is creating a business based off of your name, but you have to have the rights to use that name. What she did was she went and filed for a business license in the same city of where I live, when she lives in Florida. Okay. And because the city of Redwood City and other cities, they don't do research on other people's business names. You have to do that yourself, and they give you that business license in good faith that you're saying you're not using anyone else's business name. So she filed for that, and then she filed for an LLC, which is a limited liability company. A limited liability company does not give you rights to the name. It protects you from liability for your business, but your business has to be legit first. So all I'm telling you is that you will see very soon who truly has the rights and what's really going on. And you all know that. You all know that she's in the wrong. You're all just the part of this whole charade just to try to upset me, and it's not working. I'm really, honestly, Robert, I'll tell you this. I have nothing to prove to anyone here. I don't care what any of these people say. They are ignorant. They are just ridiculous. You will see what will happen down the road. That's all.
All right.
They're just.
Well, I just gotta say this right now. I'm in the private chat, and the guy that tried to come up backstage, and I'm pretty sure it had to be Johnny, because it says I'm paying Johnny to come here. But you just wrote some. You do know that IP addresses can be traced. You just wrote some hateful messages here, and I'm gonna screenshot this right now. Let me go ahead and screenshot that. Thank you. You just wrote some crazy messages here, and it has to do with you using the B word, and you are threatening to go and kill someone, and use the RAP word, and says I'm going to do that RAPE to your girlfriend. This is what I'm trying to figure out right now. That we got people that will not STFU, that's why it's there, but they will go so far to make other accounts to write the most hateful things possible. These people that do this, we got people in the gig world liking and subscribing and listening to their messages. They do these things. I would like to know that. Roy says it all the time. Real Talk with Roy. Don't you have anything else better to do?
Yeah. Here's the thing. Let me say this, Robert, and I'll answer the questions because I'm not afraid to answer any questions. If it doesn't bother Eli, why has Eli streamed about it a half dozen times? That's one. And let's see. You let it lapse, Eli, you're out of luck. No, first of all, I have a new registered trademark pending. And that will register sometime next year. So with a trademark pending, you do have limited rights. People cannot, file to trademark the same name or business. Additionally, you have what are called common law rights. I've been in business since 2011, and there's lots of proof on that. And I also have had a federal employer identification number with the Internal Revenue Service of the United States of America for over 10 years. And that's my proof there. I have a California seller's permit, which is a resale number where I can buy and sell products. And that's for tax reporting purposes. I've had that for over 10 years. So look, that's fine. You people can play this game, for your cringy lolcow content, and you can say whatever you want to say. But just, at the end of the day, you'll see what will happen. But yeah, everything is all covered, and that's all. And these people, they just want to keep running their mouths. That's all, Robert. It's all good.
Eli, I gotta ask one thing. I got maybe about I was mentioned about 15 times yesterday, and it has to do with, we were talking about the best time to watch TV, and you said something about Punky Brewster when it was a kid show, and I have been tagged and mentioned over you talking about Punky Brewster, and people want to know, why would you go from the kid show, which we were talking about, in the 80s and stuff, to speaking about when someone is in high school, an adult. They said that it's cringeworthy, and they say that it may have been an accident at best. Can you explain that situation so that everyone can understand what you were going on about Punky Brewster in the kid show and how that related to being an adult that didn't have to do with the kid show? I was tagged in
Well,
it
she ended up.
so many times, and they're trying to make it seem like, Eli, you're a freak. So that's why I'm trying to
Yeah,
make sure that you clear this up.
Robert, these people dissect every little thing because they have zero life. They have zero life. They're bored. They're lonely. They're miserable. That's what it all boils down to. This is their entertainment. Like Robert, even if I hated someone as bad as these people hate me, I don't have the time to go at somebody at the level they're coming at me, because I've got a girlfriend, I've got family, I've got other things to do, right? So the fact that they have all the time in the world to do this daily says something to me about their life and their misery, right? Um, so anyway, um,
What is
that
what
Coach K,
what is
he's
this
so
about
triggered.
$2,500, Eli? What is that about $2,500? Someone says you're being sued for $2,500 for damages. Do these people know
No,
what
I
they're
am.
talking
That's what.
about? Or
Yeah, let's
yeah,
read it
go
here.
ahead,
That's
let me
fine,
know.
because Eli is scared. And that woman got legal advice from a lawyer before she filed the suit. Okay, that's fine. She will win. Eli will be ordered to pay $2,500 in damages. That is why he keeps streaming to settle out of court. No, that's not why. Because I'm going to countersue her for the $2,500 she's suing me that she claims that she made. We don't know if we don't have any proof she made that. But if she did make that before YouTube took her channel down for impersonation and she lost it, she made that while using my business name that she was shut down for impersonating. Okay. Which means that that's money made under my name. So I'm going to countersue her for that. And all I'm saying is that, hey, you know what? If you don't want me to countersue you, and have this go this far, I have to countersue you to protect myself, because that's my business you used. Right. Um,
Yeah,
and
but
you're
Eli,
not
here's
going to
the
win that.
thing.
Mhm.
Is she gonna be trying to say that people donated to my YouTube channel so we can do terrible things to this guy, like try to get Don to leave him and try to bribe her that we'll pay you 1 month's rent so you can be on the street, and then they won't do anything else? Are they talking about that $2,500 that they made, or are they talking about money made from an actual job, work being
No,
lost from their job?
she's claiming that before her channel was shut down, that people donated $2,500 in super chats, super stickers, and memberships. That's I know some
Okay.
channels with 100K subs that don't make that amount of money through the monetization system on YouTube. I think she's fibbing on that. But what I think she probably made was probably $300 to $500. She's putting it out there because she's just throwing out a number out there, right, to see if it's going to stick, right? But I'm going to say, what proof do you have of that money? Did you take screenshots of your back end of YouTube showing how much your estimated revenue was before you were shut down, or do you still have access to that? Can we subpoena the records from YouTube showing the amount of money that was in your system before you were shut down? Because I can tell you it was nowhere near even $500 or $1,000, right? So
Right.
that's all I'm saying. If we have to get down to the nitty gritty of this, we can find out exactly what's going on, right? But the truth of the matter is this: is YouTube shut down that channel because they saw that channel impersonating another channel that just so happened to be my Genuine Networking Association channel that I've had in existence since 2015. This has nothing to do with anything besides the fact that she was impersonating another channel, and she was.
Hold up. Well, this cat, this the first of all, everyone knows who Kevin Samuels is and was. So, this person right here says, uh, why else would he need to countersue? I have never seen anyone go into a court case and they are not countersuing. So if you don't understand what a countersue is, you just suck. You watch people's court. There's always a plaintiff and defendant. The defendant also countersues. So why would it be weird that he countersues? I'm lost.
Robert, let me respond to this. This is how.
Go ahead.
Look at how ridiculous this is. They go, that woman would have her bank records of deposits from YouTube that would be her proof. Well, if she already got paid for it, then why is she suing for it? The bottom line is there's no bank record of a payment that was never made.
Say that again. If she already got paid for it, why would she be suing for lost income if she already got paid?
Right, and here's the thing. She's suing for what she didn't get paid for, so how would that show up on her bank records? You know what? You really
in super chats.
I mean, you can't sit there and assume future revenue in this situation. That's not going to fly. And the reason why you countersue is because it's a ridiculous case where they made that money with my business name. Now, I was going to be a gentleman and let it slide because for me, it's not worth suing someone for $1,000 or $500. My time and effort is not worth it.
Yeah.
I could have sued her for using that, but the bottom line is I chose not to. She chose to do it, so now we're there. I have the right to countersue. So look, this is ridiculous. These people, I swear to God, Robert, it's all entertainment for them. That's all it is. It doesn't make any sense. They're just trying to rattle our cage, and it doesn't work. But we'll sit here and we'll respond and make you look stupid. That's the bottom line.
Right. And I would like for people to know out there that when you're going to court, there is no way that you can prove something that comes in on donations. The only way you can prove lost income is if you have your W-2s from your job and it shows how many hours you work, but then you would have to show how many hours you did work to see if you really lost money during that time. You cannot just go ahead and sue that in court because it's false and felonious. So understand what you're doing because it can come back and hurt you in the long run.
Yeah, and Robert, let me make another statement here. Okay. If an attorney was hired to take this case, the bottom line is when you go to small claims court, you cannot have an attorney present with you. But if you lose, then you can actually appeal the case with an attorney. But if the attorney were to file the paperwork, it would not have been in that woman's handwriting. You can see it. It's public record. The information is publicly available on the San Mateo County Courthouse website. Okay. And the papers that I was served was basically in her handwriting. She filled this out on her own. This did not come, from an attorney's office. This came with her handwriting. So, I mean, look, don't be ridiculous, okay?
Yes, sir. Eli, where you go?
What's that?
Oh, okay. No. I didn't know. You just got quiet there. So I was like, yeah, people like there's certain things, the person's own handwriting and everything else like that, people, all that goes a long way in court. The fact that these people would do these things and then try to make it real. And here's the funniest thing that Jay Ron said. I hope Hot Facts and Eli's show does well. I hope they get 1 million views and make $1 million. You're mad because you can't do anything that even gets views. You try to go back to fitness and the algorithm knows all you know is Eli. You didn't know me outside of Eli. You came in and thought you can do some things that put you in your place. And don't worry about me and this show. This show has nothing to do about you. And I'm glad that you wish us success because we are doing things that don't concern you. We're not like, that's why I didn't even do a boardroom episode on you. Your channel is not even worthy of it. I turned down Gig Drive and Thrive because he didn't have enough on there. And I'm turning you down because you just completely suck. And I did not want to go ahead and waste my time to do a boardroom episode on you. Eli already has one. Go watch his. When you watch what the boardroom was, when you guys said, well, J. Rom did not agree to be on the boardroom. You guys thought it was like an invitation to like do some weird shit. No, it's something that I do, and it's part of the fair use policy that I can showcase a channel and go give commentary about what they do. You guys saw how the boardroom is, and you said that he's gonna mess up my image and my reputation. You already did that, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Leave us alone. This show has nothing to do with you. Take all your
Mm-hmm.
7 accounts that you paid for subs to get on Eli's thing to say, well, I subbed to him
Mm-hmm.
7 times in 1 month. Well, that means you're a
Yeah,
grown ass obsessed man who
he
looks
is.
like someone took a shit on his face,
Mm-hmm. I
and
mean,
your
that's all it
and,
boils down
and
to,
your skin
Robert.
turned red.
Yeah, Robert, real quick, let me share something here because I know you're probably going to wrap this up soon. There's still a few more things to talk about. That stream that he did, I ended up going back. At first, I just was skimming through it, and then some people made me aware of things that were said on it, so I just went back and I watched the thing. And I did hear the part where he said he wishes us the best. That was kind of suspect to me because number one, he doesn't like me,
Oh, it
doesn't like
was.
you.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why he did it is because what he was saying and what he was saying in that stream, why would he even admit this? He was saying that he has a friend in Southern California, some doctor guy from some university that has a Tesla, and he called that friend and had that friend loan Twiggy that Tesla to drive up to the Bay Area. And then furthermore, Coach Jay said that he has a friend in San Jose, California, half an hour south of where I live, that runs a hotel. Now, come on, dude. Who's buying any of this crap? The bottom line is
Why
nothing but
wouldn't you get
silicone
the
is the
guy that
one.
runs the hotel to do the surfing since he's only 30 minutes away?
Yeah. Well, additionally, nothing but silicone is the one that's funding this. Now, again, I don't have any proof of the person I think it is. I'm just, saying a hypothetical here. But nothing but silicone is the one that funded all this. And because we figured out who Twiggy was, and because once I do get the information, I will report Twiggy for the way that he served me and his involvement in all this, right? And that's why they're all, now here's the thing, the proof of service that Twiggy gave to that woman, it's been almost 3 weeks now, and she still has not submitted it to the court. Now, she said she mailed it out, I guess, on that stream. That's fine. It may show up this week. It may not. But the bottom line is, I think nothing but silicone asked them to back off because it's getting too crazy legally. And so I think that they were asked to back off. And when someone that's bankrolling you asks you to back off, you're going to listen because you want them to keep bankrolling you.
Right. Eli, let me ask you this. I saw you in the chat when I was up there at Real Talk with Roy. I would like to ask you, what is your impression of Real Talk with Roy on how he was like, he was keeping it real? What was your impression of Real Talk with Roy?
I've always had love and respect for Roy. And I'm sure, I think he knows about me and I've known about him. And I would actually like to have a conversation with Roy. And maybe you and I can talk with Roy I think you, Roy, and I could do a show together on his channel, your channel, my channel, all of our channels. I think what I respect about Roy is that, he mentions that he lived with his mother. Nothing wrong with that. Don and I, we share a home with my mother. We pay the mortgage here and other aspects of the bills and stuff. And we have a separate in-law unit. Roy is in the same situation. There's nothing wrong with that. No one's giving him a shit about that, right? But they give me shit about that
No,
because
they give him shit. They give Roy shit. They only give Roy shit
okay.
whenever Roy speaks the truth and they want to like be mean to him, they go ahead and say that
Mhm.
to Roy. And I'm like, well, I would like to hear what Eli
Mhm.
feels about Roy, simply
I
because,
I like him.
like you said, similar situation. And it is what it
I,
is. How your family structure is worked out is how it's worked out. Why do people care so much about how your living arrangement is?
you know what it is,
Guys
Robert?
big.
Here's the thing. Excuse me. Please don't interrupt me. Um,
I don't know if I was on.
not you, Robert. Okay. So the reason is this: people that come from a good family are going to have more options than people that don't. Okay. Some families, are more fortunate than others. I just think the people that are less than fortunate wish they could be in our position to where they had family in a similar situation, right? Our family members are getting older, you know, and we're going to take care of them and we're going to be their in-home care providers. Why would we not do that? Anyone would do that. Okay. So I think there's a lot of jealousy involved. I think a lot of people are struggling, and they wish they could have the same options. And that's why they attack it. That's my opinion, Robert. I think Roy's a great guy. He comes from a good family. He seems very well mannered. Sure, if you piss anyone off, including him, he's going to talk. You piss me off, I'm going to talk. So are you, Robert. But I think real talk with Roy is genuine, authentic. I think he's as real gets.
All right, now, Thunder. We're speaking about Roy, so this is the topic here. Let me know what you feel about Real Talk with Roy, and also, I would like to ask you about your comment that you made when you said, don't judge a black man unless you walked in their shoes. So let me ask you about Real Talk with Roy, how you feel about Real Talk with Roy, how he came at you, and then let me know about that statement you made about, walking in a black man's shoes.
Okay, real quick. When did Roy talk? What real talk with Roy ever come at me?
I was on there with you with Roy and Cherry Pick, and the first day Roy went on your live, he went in there to tell you that I agree with Reese. You don't know much about what's going on. I'm talking about that.
Okay.
That is specific.
Very good. Speaking on that, first, I think Roy is a great guy. I interviewed him last night, and after the interview, the Rev and Roy had a discussion on my stream, and they actually mended things, and they're probably going to be doing some collaborating videos together. And that's what a real life coach does. And I'm not even a life coach, but that's what a real life coach does. They don't divide a community; they bring a community together, and that's what I
Okay, now
saw
what
with
are all right?
Real
So
Talk.
what about the statement now about you threw in a shot? You got one chance there. You threw in a shot. Now let's get to the statement about being black and walking in their shoes.
Well, well, absolutely. I don't think anyone should criticize anyone without walking a mile in their shoes. I would imagine being a black man in this country would be an intimidating thing at times. Getting pulled over by the police, we see what happens. It happens to white people too. But I think when you think of the population of white people and the population of black people in this country, it's in proportion. It's proportioned improperly. It's more towards the black when you look at the rate, and I do believe that. So yeah, I would think there's a lot more bigotry towards black people in this country, Muslims, Asian people, Hispanics. And there's a lot of it, and it's a shame. And so yeah, before you walk them out, like people talk about these illegal immigrants. Well, walk them out in their shoes and see what they had to go through and why they're coming here. And when they come here, most of them are not bringing fentanyl. Most of them are looking for real jobs to improve their family life. Doesn't mean it's right. Doesn't mean I approve of it. I'm just telling you what they're going through in their life and why they're doing it. So yes, and I feel that way with a black man. I mean, we know we had slavery in this country, and it's not that far removed from today. I mean, what 150 years ago? So yeah, it's I would say yeah,
Right.
definitely walk a mile in any man's shoes before you criticize him. Know where he's been.
Now, Thunder, I have told people that, my grandma obviously is older than my mom. And I talked about my grandma working on plantations, and I talked about my great grandma. You said it's not far removed. When I said that as a black man, they said you're lying. But you just said it as a white man, which lets you know, people, the generations is that close. and that's what it is. Thank you, Thunder, for saying that.
Yeah,
Now, I
after
would
the
like to
civil
ask.
rights movement, the civil rights movement wasn't passed until the 60s. I mean, come on, that's not that long ago either. Think about it.
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
it's pretty,
exactly.
but still, I don't think it's fair to blame the modern man today for what their ancestors did. I don't believe that either. I think most people think like I do, that we made some mistakes in our history. There's no doubt
Well, you
about it.
can be an ancestor. You can be an ancestor. Well, you can once you pass away. I guess technically you can be an ancestor, but like you said, the civil rights was in the 60s. So, it's
Right.
right. It's right there. So let me ask you
And
this.
something else real quick that you guys talked on earlier with Twiggy. The reason they hired Twiggy is Eli asks this question a lot, and the reason I think they hired him is 5 words: he got the job done.
All right,
Period.
all right,
Anyone else might have left the paperwork behind. He got the job done, and I would hire him now after I saw how tenacious he was at getting the job done. If I wanted someone to serve papers for me.
all right. So I got that. Now let me break you into what we spoke about earlier. How do you feel? Do you think that people love the kids in foster homes, or do they do it for the money?
I'm sorry. Love to what? I didn't see
The
you.
the
I left and came back.
Oh, all right. So foster kids, do people really get the foster kids because they love them, or do they do it just for the money?
I can't have an opinion on that. I don't know there was really money in it, to be honest with you. So I always thought they did it for the love. I don't know. I can't. I didn't know there was money in foster parenting. So
All right,
maybe
all right,
I would say it depends on the family, on the person. Some people might do it for the money, and some people might do it for the love. So yeah, I mean,
uh,
I know about adoption in my family. My nephew's adopted. My brother-in-law's adopted. So and that was no doubt, but for love, and it shows. I mean, we treat
right,
I treat my nephew, my sister's brother, and his wife, their adopted son. Man, we treat him just like family. I mean, he is family. There's no treating him like family. He is
right.
family.
All right. So now let me get on to the next part. I asked this also. How important is it to have content that showcases who you are? And also, why is having content obsessing over someone normal? Shouldn't that be a red flag for society? I'm asking you because everything Eli does, you go back and rewatch and make comments on it for a reaction. So you would know about why is having content obsessing over someone normal, and should it be a red flag for society? So I want you to answer
Okay.
that.
Okay, I'm not sure I understand your question, but hang on. The only videos I've done of Eli are reaction videos when he's mentioned my name, just so that's clear. And if you go back and look at my videos, you'll see I'm reacting to Eli saying something towards me. But I'm sorry, Roy. I mean, Robert. I'm sorry, but I really didn't quite get the question. Could you please ask it
All
again?
right,
I'm gonna
yeah,
put headphones
yeah.
on.
All
Hang on, I'm
right,
gonna put
I'll
headphones
ask
on.
you. All
All right,
right.
now I'm just gonna
How
turn it up.
How important is it to have content that showcases who you are? You have a channel that has 17,000 subs on it, and you got over 1 million views. So that content shows what you do. How important is that? Now, the second part goes into what you do with Eli. Now, you said that you go in and you watch the things that Eli brings you up in. But when you're watching the show, these questions don't have nothing to do with you, but you still go back and watch the show and you do your reactions, and Eli's
Okay.
involved. So why is having content obsessing over someone normal, and shouldn't that be a red flag for our society?
Okay, the first part, should you do a video that's about you? That's up to anyone. I mean, some people do review videos. It's nothing about them at all. My video is about our travels, and I got in that after watching it. But it started out with, I traded my boat and bought a travel trailer. I'm going to start it right there. And I got into traveling videos, and I thought, this is cool. This is something I'd like to do. So we started traveling, bought the RV, and actually I watched the travel videos first, then bought the RV. And we just traveled around, and it is who we are. That's what we do, and that was that. Then I decided. Then Eli had interviewed a friend of mine in the RV community. You want me to hear this? You want to hear this? Because this
Well,
all
well,
ties
well,
together.
well, 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 I don't want to know how you started watching Eli. The question is making content obsessing about
Okay. Okay.
someone
It's
else.
just I do that. It's not that I do it with everyone. I mean, I put a video up today of tour. moderating me up. It's hilarious. He had such a hard time doing it. It's a funny video. It's great. But it's not like I go after everyone. I don't. I might pick on, I went after Torp, reacted to him when he reacted to me. And that's it. But with Eli, the reason I do, I mean this with really seriously, all due respect. I'm not just saying that, I'm serious. Is that he calls himself a life coach. Okay, that's fair. Anyone can do that, and I respect that. But then he tells people to shut the F up and sit down instead of reasoning with them, trying to bring them to the table and talk to them. I just now asked him earlier, let's have a one-on-one discussion. I won't cuss. I won't name call. We can be very. No, it's all right. I'm not asking again. You don't have to nod. I'm not asking again. I asked once. You said no. I'm fine with it. Fuck. Nope. You don't need that bad, dude. Don't flatter yourself. I asked. You said no.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. You see how you just went into don't over flatter yourself. But my question is, all right, why is having content obsessing? Do you think you obsess over Eli?
I think I used to, but I don't anymore. What I do now, when I do content on him, it's to warn others. This guy gives bad advice, and here's why. I'm showing him in his own words. This isn't good advice, and I wouldn't suggest. He says things that are correct.
All right. Now, right there, you said he gives bad advice. On this show, we talk about very interesting questions and topics. What bad advice on the topics that we have created with over 60 questions and topics? What bad advice has he done, and how is it bad when nothing we do is bad on this show?
I really haven't seen him give advice so much on your show. He gives more his opinion. On his channel, he gives more advice. Like when he suggested to one gentleman that he drop his disability, Social Security, and go for his dreams. Yeah, going for your dreams is all good, but at this gentleman's age, being supported by his family, living under their roof, I wouldn't suggest it. I would suggest he talk to a real professional. And
hold on, that's not what I said.
Yeah, but wait.
Okay,
Wait, Eli. With all due respect, also on this show that we do, this show has nothing to do with any of that, which means that we spend hours on this show. And so if we spend hours on the show not doing what you say, that means you're only looking for the negative.
Okay, on this show, you guys claim that gay people are fat and ugly, and therefore they can't find people attracted to them.
No, that's not what it was. No, now let me hit that mute button. Wait.
Robert,
let me hit that mute button. First of all, here's what you don't understand. There are people that are overweight in America that can't get dates, and they say, I might as well be gay, and they turn to that side. That's what it was, not what you just said. Don't twist that up. I have it written down on my notes. I can always go back to it. Remember that. I'm the guy with notes, not a guy that just gets up here off the whim. Eli, it's on you.
Go ahead,
Robert, this is another clear case of me being taken out of context, because I can sit there and send people to my video of what I said. This is what I said. You said it wrong. What I said was the person on disability was asking, I want to start a channel. I want to create this, but if I make a certain amount of money, I will lose my disability. And I told him, I said, you have to decide for yourself if it's the right move for you or not. You have to decide for yourself if you want to take that risk or not. Disability is going to limit you to the amount of income you can make. Your YouTube channel has unlimited income earning potential if you can make it, get it there, and sustain it. Your disability is going to guarantee you a set amount of money, a fixed income for the duration of its life. Okay, so you have to decide if the risk is worthy for you or not. So how in the fuck, and I'm only saying that because how in the hell is that bad advice? How is that bad advice?
No, what I heard you say was...
There's somebody else here, Thunder. Black Legos Matter is somebody else that said, did he just say that people end up gay because they're fat and they're ugly? No, that's one circumstance on how someone can end up gay. Someone can be adopted by two gay parents and end up gay also.
Oh my God! You believe
what?
That?
Are you serious?
Are you
serious?
If a kid
someone can say also, I was born gay. That's another way. I'm giving you all examples. There's not just one way. Get that right. They
I
can
had
be
to take my face down off of that. You're saying that adopted kids can be gay because they're
No,
adopted
I
by
didn't
gay
say
men.
adopted kids. I didn't say adopted kids. I never said adopted
You
kids.
said a
That's
I
gay
said
ridiculous.
couple can adopt
I
a kid
said
and they would.
people that all right, you can be a foster parents and you are look, I in La Palma, California. Let me give my example of this. There were two gay guys that adopted a child since the child was a little kid. I mean like 2 years old. Those gay guys have the best Christmas lights in all of Orange County. The child that grew up in that house ended up being gay. I have a real life example of it. So that's how I can talk about it.
Wow, that's you are so. I mean, with all due respect, that's really an ignorant
It's a
comment, Mr.
real life example. There's no due respect. It really
No.
happened. It really
Wow.
happened.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
In the
And
same
I could just
city
see,
that I
I
went to
could just
school with,
see
which
this.
Christopher Dorner is, that actually happened, which means that if I have a show, I can talk about that because it really
Okay.
happened.
Okay.
If
Let
there's
me ask
one,
you,
there's
Robert.
10. If there's 10, there's
Let me
100.
let me ask you something, Robert. Let's say I'm a fat and ugly gay guy, and let's say you're right. Let's say I can't get dates, and I go, you know what? I'm going to go to a gay bar, and I'm going to pick me up a gay man. Why would a gay man be any more attracted to me than if I'm fat and ugly than a straight woman?
Because you're going to be submissive to the attraction of the sex that is willing to give it to you. Also,
Well, I'll
you
be
may not
submissive to
be
a
gay.
woman.
You may get a
Don't
blow
you
up
think
doll.
there's?
You
Don't you
may
think
get a
there'd be a
blow up
fat and
doll and
ugly?
no one knows.
But don't you
You
think
may
there'd
get a
be a
blow up
fat and
doll.
ugly woman out? Wouldn't you think there'd be a fat and ugly woman out there for this fat and ugly man?
Well, there's someone for everyone, but some people don't really.
Exactly.
Some people don't. Yeah, but exactly yes. But some people don't want to search. There is a population that will turn the other way. You have to be naive to not understand that.
No, you have to be naive if you think people feel that they're unattractive, so they're going to go gay.
All
That's
right, you didn't
ridiculous.
understand anything that was just said. You're trying to combat something that happens in real life, man. And if you don't agree that it happens in real life, you
I'm not
seem
going to
like
say it
you
hasn't
you,
happened maybe
seem
one
like you grew
time.
up as a stoner and everything. You are removed from the stage for not
I,
for not
I
being
love
real.
it.
You
Typical.
are not being real. You're not being real. You are not being real. You said that it doesn't happen when it actually does. So therefore, if you can accept reality, you cannot be up here to be real, raw with real reactions. You cannot sit up here and do it. What do you feel about that, Eli?
Um, sorry, I was responding to something in the chat, Robert. What do I feel about what specifically? Give me a one-liner
Well,
on it. I'll respond to.
He was saying that when I was giving him an example of what really happened, two gay guys adopted a kid that was like 2 years old, and that kid ended up being gay. He's saying that that can't happen, but I witnessed it in La Palma, California. I witnessed it.
Okay.
I witnessed it myself,
I
so I know it's true.
okay. I feel, Robert, that you're entitled to your opinion, just like he is, just like I am. And an opinion is an opinion. And the problem is this: a lot of people out here on YouTube, they just overly challenge opinions and they take them way too far and way out of context. You share your opinion, you agree or disagree with that person's opinion, and you move on. You don't sit there and dwell on the same shit for hours, guys. Because listen, no disrespect. I respect women, but this is the way that women behave. Women are more prone to dwell on shit for hours. Men, we sit there, we talk, we share our opinions. If we disagree, hey, dude, I disagree. Sorry about that, but hey, I respectfully disagree. Why can't we do that? Why are you guys such big baby bitch men out here on YouTube? That's what you are. You guys are big baby bitchy men that just can't handle the opinion of someone and say, okay, dude, I disagree. Here's my reason why. End of story. Let's move on to something else. No worries. Why can't we do that? We're grown ass men. Why not behave that way? Grown ass men do not behave this way. You're entitled to your opinion, Robert. That's what it is.
All
Respectfully.
right. Respectfully speaking, I do understand that. People, this has been a great show. If anybody else has anything else to say, click the link, or else we are about to go into our final thoughts
Damian
and get on
Blaze.
out of here.
Robert, real
Damian
quick.
Blaze is
Damian
back.
Blaze.
Come
You
on,
keep running
Damian.
your mouth all over. Listen, Damien, and here's the thing. I'm not getting triggered or anything. I'm calling you out. You have a big mouth. You have a bigger mouth than all women out there combined. I respect every woman on this planet, good, bad, or indifferent, more than I respect you because you're too much of a coward and a sissy to come and confront me. But you sit there, you hide behind a fake username, you don't show your face, you go around every channel, and you act like you're some god. You have zero credibility until you come out and show your face and confront us head on. No. And I'm not interested in talking with Mondo because Mondo, listen, to be honest with you guys, Mondo and I are actually more on the same page than you think. Robert, thank you for the sounds. Mondo and I are more on the same page than you think because Robert talked to him one-on-one and he said the same things that I said. He responded to the questions, Robert, and you said it too, the same ways I did. The reason why Mondo doesn't like me is because he's part of that group that just doesn't like me. So it's a bonding thing, right? Okay. Maybe Mondo disagrees on some things with me. That's fine. But most things that he talked about sounded exactly the same as I stated them. So where's the problem? Where's the actual problem? I'm not afraid to talk to Mondo. Listen, I invest my time with people that are worthy of my time. I'm looking to grow my channel, grow my business, and I want to work with people that are in the same boat. Robert is a business. He's looking to move forward. He's looking to grow. And he's a very reasonable person too. Okay. The people that you guys are bringing up here, there's no value for me to work with you. No disrespect. I just don't see the value. And that's why. But because I'm shutting you guys out because I see no value, you're coming back and saying, oh, Elo's a coward. He's too afraid to talk with Mondo. I'm not afraid to talk to anyone. I'm just not going to waste my time talking to trash. That's all.
Bam. And
I don't care if Mondo and Eli would get huge views. I don't care. I don't care about the views. I don't care if Mondo and Eli would get huge views. I'm not here to debate men and argue men and have a fight to create a shit show. I'm here to help men and women better their lives. I'm sorry, Robert. I'm sorry for interrupting you on your own show.
Oh no, you're all right. I think we got. I see that it says guest one. It's Planet Mondo. You said you have no interest, correct?
I have no interest in talking with him. If you want me to leave, you can talk with him if you want.
Oh no. I'm not gonna bring him up because we're at the end of the show, and since we are at the end of the show, we're gonna go ahead and get these final words, people. My final words are this: don't underestimate, in the words of Rudy Tom Janovich, Houston Rockets coach.
Robert, we can't hear you. You're cutting out. Hang on, Robert, we cannot hear you. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, we really need to target a different audience. I mean, this audience is just it's like a vortex that never ends. That's the thing. Like, I'm not afraid of these people. I'm not afraid to talk with them. It's a waste of time. There's nothing to leverage. There's no upside for either one of us talking to these people. None. Nope, I'm not. No. See, now behind the scenes, Mondo's like, bring me up after your show to talk off the record if you want. I'm not here to debate or argue. No, you're going to record it and put it out there. I'm sorry. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in any conversation with you, online or offline. I'm not interested in anyone that's associated with any of that drama group or Nothing But Silicone group or Coach J group or anything. I'm not interested in anything with any one of them, period. End of story. I'm done. Nope, I don't care. I'm done. No more. I'm getting out of that private chat there. I don't want to talk. I'm not interested. That's fine. I won't mention your name. You don't mention mine. It's all good. And mention mine. I'll still ignore you. I don't care. Robert, I cannot hear you. Are you, let's wait for Robert to come back. 7777. Eli got owned by both Thunder and Mundo. You can't even spell his name right. You saw it here first. Okay, yeah, so they owned me, huh?
Eli, can you
back,
hear me
Robert?
now?
Yes, I can. Welcome back. Welcome back.
All right, so no, I heard everything you said. We're gonna get into these final thoughts and final words. People, in the words of Rudy Tomjanovich, never underestimate the heart of a champion. Never underestimate the heart of Hot Facts with Robert Reese and Coach Eli. We have a great show. You guys are all watching because you love the show. All I'm going to say is keep showing support, whether you like it or you don't. I appreciate you guys watching. Those are my final words.
Would you like me to share my final words at this time, Robert?
Yep.
First of all, I'd like to thank you and Emilia, or Amelia with the E-M, not an Amelia. I heard when I was on my break earlier, I heard you clarify the illiterate people that cannot read properly, right? Amelia. You know what's funny, Robert? Before people, in my younger days, I used to go by my full name, Elias. I still do. But some people would call me Elias, right? So this one dude one time spelled my name Alias. And another friend of mine was like, dude, you misspelled your name. Elias, not Elias. Elias.
He called you alias.
Anyway.
He called you alias. Like you got an alias name.
Or alien. Or exactly. I've heard that one too, Robert. But, it was kind of ironic, the A mixed up with the E. But anyway, I want to thank you and Amelia for having me on your show again. Lots of respect to you and your wife. Your wife's a strong woman, just like my woman. She's sitting there and she's dealing with so much garbage. They're even coming at her. Same people I've known for years. And I got to say this, at some point, I want to grow this with you, Robert, and my lady Dawn wants us to grow this as well, and I'm sure your wife does too. My girlfriend Dawn has even said she sees a lot of value in this show. I know your wife has seen it now because she's now supporting you on it, right? When women don't see value, they say, "Baby, do your thing. I'm not going to take it away from you, but I'm just not going to be a part of it," right? But then when they see the value, right, like you told me, Robert, then they're like, "Oh, okay, cool," right? I really think that we can take this to the next level by not putting the primary, and I know we're not trying to do that, but by not putting the primary focus on this one small group
Right.
of just low life, trashy, degenerate scumbag people. Listen, I'm not trying to be mean. That's just what they are. The word degenerate exists for a reason, right? They're low life, trashy, scumbag degenerates, right? That can't even, you ask them to stay on topic, yet they still come on here and they can't help but say something about me, directly about me, like an ad hominem attack. They can't help it. They can't come out. You're testing them, Robert, and you're proving. I know what you're doing, Robert, and I respect that. But anyway, another great show. I enjoyed it. I look forward to the next one. And I just honestly, this whole drama thing, I'm done with it. I talked about it because I had to make my audience aware of some things these people were talking about, and I didn't want to confuse my audience. But I'm going back to my regular content, and I will update folks as necessary every so often regarding the situation with my business. I feel it's important for the people that care about me to know, but I'm going to handle everything behind the scenes like I have been. And there's a lot I've been dealing with, a lot of clerical work, and we'll also talk about it here, Robert. I'll probably share it, here first when it happens down the road, whatever happens. But thank you again for having me.
Well, people, you heard it from the coach himself. People, we out of here like Chuck Woolery. And 2 and 2. Let me see if Emilia wants to give a wave. You gonna give him a wave? Emilia says 2. There it is. Now Kevin Hart has a white hand, and that's my wife, and she put up her 2. We out of here like Chuck Woolery and 2 and 2. Eli, take us out, please.
And with that being said, have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other. See you later, Robert, Amelia, and everyone else. Bye-bye. We're out.
Peace out. Peace out. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're out of here. Come on, StreamYard. Hurry up. You be tripping sometimes. Get us on out. I already hit the red button. Eli's gone. I'm about to be gone too. Come on, StreamYard. Red button don't want to work, huh? And I'm not going to do it again. Should I do it again? Let me do it again. In stream. Let's go. Let's go.